All right.
Are we
So yeah.
staying here then? I'm assuming.
Yeah. We're good. We're good. I have everything set up. So, okay. So yeah, last session, you guys had made your way back to Bryn Shander from the Yeti attack. You had braved the blizzard. You had met the polar bear. And actually, that posed to be an issue in itself, because once you guys arrived in Bryn Shander, you were pretty much approached by the town guard in question of the bear eater, or the man eater.
It wasn't an issue. It was the DM saying you can't keep a polar bear as a pet.
I will plead the fifth on that, my friend. But after discussing it with them and setting the polar bear out back into the wild, which I believe that I had mentioned, kind of said to Gerard, like, you know, I'm going to maul some goblins. You guys then made it back into town. Once you did, you made it back to the tavern located in Bryn Shander. And you were able to inform the dwarves of the foaming mugs that you had retrieved their iron, and they were graciously accepting of it. They gave each of you 20 gold, except for Gerard, who asked in lieu of one of the pieces of gold for 2 pieces of iron from the hall.
Oh yeah, that weird trade and barter thing.
Yep. So with that, Wu also gave up the head of the abominable Yeti. Gave that to Scramsax, the barkeep. Scramsax then offered Wu the deal of finding new and interesting trophies in exchange for lodging in Bryn Shander. Also received a book of various creatures' anatomical bits and pieces. After this, the group went back to Michon's and talked with Copper about Gerard's query. Copper then drafted up an image and said to revisit him in a few days, which I had shared of what looked to be a clockwork owl.
Hell yeah.
Bobo.
Yep. We're getting Bobo.
At this point, the group started.
Athena.
At this point, the group started making their way to Termaline by way of Targos to get Wu's jerky as well as Kyra's jacket. Prior to reaching Targos, though, the group had to go through a checkpoint asking about a criminal who recently fled Targos, who is totally Gerard.
That's not true. Yeah. He's traveling with a monkey. There's no monkey here.
There's no monkey there. Groff and Kyra got pulled aside for further questioning, because they were the most foreign looking, obviously. And after the group
persuasion check.
Yes. After a few persuasion checks.
The fucking bard failed a persuasion check. God damn it.
That's all right. I mean, hey, you're super charismatic and you're pretty wise. But yeah. But it's but you guys were able to work your wording in order to elude their suspicions enough to move on with the situation. After you guys passed the checkpoint, you made your way in and out of Targos without issue. But once out of Targos, Gerard was messaged by Townmaster Maxildanar.
Which I have not told the group yet, because we ended the session right when...
Yep.
You could say he was magically sending a message to him.
But yeah, so, because if I'm not mistaken, in order to get us caught up, the conversation went as thus. Gerard, let's put an end to this chase. You're far craftier than I assumed. Maybe we can make this work in both our favor. Gerard said, you threatened my life and threatened to injury to me, and you want to make a deal to me. What is the proposition? Townmaster Nerith said, come back to Targos where we can chat in person, but I'm only interested in you. I see in you a great hidden power. Gerard then said, next time I'm in town, I'll let you know. I'm currently heading somewhere to handle something. And Townmaster Nerith, in his last reply, said, don't worry, I'll know when you get here.
Real quick. Gerard's like 10, right?
No, he's like 17, 18.
Yeah, he's a child, but old enough to drink in D&D.
Yeah,
Okay,
so he's.
I was just worried about him getting shown his hidden power by an older man. That seemed a little too Catholic for my liking.
Yeah. So yeah, that's where we'll pick it up. You guys, I currently have you set up as the little D20 on the map here.
I was going to say, Erard will relay the message that he was just told to the group. Instead of repeating it, just basically what Luke has said.
Yep.
So, yeah, he knew I was there.
Oh,
I knew you were there too.
Oh, God damn it.
well, we were all there. But in town, at least.
So, yeah.
Well, he's
You
much
sure
more
you
cross
didn't
than that.
just eat or drink something a little off? You hearing voices?
I'm pretty sure I didn't. It was his voice.
I think the
Well, I
child
think-
maybe ate some mushrooms off the side of the road he shouldn't have.
Nah, see, a wise wizard
How did
from
we eat
ages
any
ago
mushrooms?
told me don't eat random mushrooms. It turns out to be shattered glass.
Wise words. Wise words.
Well, I think you made the right call. We should stay away from Targos for the time being. We have we'd have an agenda in Tamarane anyway. And
Correct.
and we only have so many days left.
Yeah, I didn't tell him where we were going, so hopefully he doesn't know or attempts to follow.
It is also a little bit suspicious that he was just so willing to take your life, but now he's making an offer.
My thoughts exactly.
Like, whatever he wants with you, it can't be anything less than nefarious, if you ask me. Although I'm sure you already know that.
I say let's just take it a day at a time, and whenever we have to pass through again, if he pops up, we'll handle it. But until that moment comes, I'm gonna try to avoid it.
Indeed. We're gonna have to put this on the back burner, so to speak, and we're gonna have to come up with a plan. But at any rate, let's continue onwards.
Agreed. From the way to Variety City.
All right. So
Hey, Lucas is twitching.
I am twitching. All right, dude. I'm actually kind of frustrated right now because I went to pull up my one map, for what you guys were gonna do, and apparently the last time that I updated all of my stuff, it took away my pre-made map.
Oh no.
So I'm a bit frustrated here. Give me like 5 minutes, because
Good sesh, guys.
I'm really frustrated with this now.
So, Groff, you mentioned don't eat random mushrooms on the side of the road, but I haven't even seen any mushrooms around here.
That's because they're all under the snow loss. But the trick is, if you look for the patches of yellow snow, and you just like scoop some of that up, that's all mushroom juice in there. It'll get you where you want
Groff,
to be.
See, I grew up in the mountains. I know that's not true. You're talking about something very nasty.
Well, that's what they told me when I first got up to the north here.
Groff, how much yellow snow have you ate?
Have you been drinking yellow snow?
No, I eat it because it's still solid-ish by the time I get it to my gullet.
Groff, how much yellow snow have you ate?
What, today or like total?
Kyra,
mean-
do you want to tell him or should I?
Groff, yellow snow is urine. Somebody's urinated in the snow. That's why it's yellow.
Wait, what?
Urinated.
Like piss?
Yes, like this.
You've
telling
been
me-
eating. You've been eating piss snow.
That's not mushroom juice?
It's not mushroom
No.
juice.
I don't think
Huh.
mushrooms even have juice. They're not even very juicy.
Well, they told me the north mushrooms, because
Who-
of the
who-
cold, they
who-
get nice and
Who told you this?
these lovely gnomes. Like when I first came up here from Baldur's Gate, I met some gnomes in a bar, and they're like, "Yeah, Southerner, there's mushroom juice in this." No, it's piss.
Gruff, I think they were fucking with you because you're a dwarf.
No, no, they would need a step stool to do that. Oh, you mean taking the piss?
Sure, in a matter of speaking.
So
yeah,
wait,
taking the
they
piss
took
literally and figuratively.
they took the piss out of me, and then told me to go eat piss
No,
snow
they
in me.
put the piss in you.
Wait, they took the piss out of me, put it in the snow, and made me eat it?
Essentially,
Oh.
yes, you've been eating piss now.
They made you the
Oh my-
subject of a joke.
Oh, gods. Oh. Groff will proceed to, like, in a cartoonish fashion, run to the lake to the north there and
Yeah.
try to wash his mouth out with some lake water, and then come back to the party.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Are you getting distracted there, Luke? What's wrong?
No, I'm totally not.
go off if you're going to use lake water. Here, hold on a second, and I'll try. Wait, can I use it like that? Prestidigitation to clean the lake water.
I mean, technically, you can heat the water and then chill it, so you could heat it. I mean, you can also cleaner soil an object. So sure, I'll let you. I'll say that you could
Just
clean
remove
it.
some of the impurities of a lake. I'm sure it's pretty brackish.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure
I'm
that
gonna
lake
have to
water is.
I'm gonna have to get rid of this water skin. I filled it up with yellow snow, and I was saving it for a special
you got to
occasion.
get rid of that.
Oh,
Yeah, all right. I'll just toss it to the side here.
Yeah, hold on. I'll help clean out the lake water. We'll replace the water.
Oh,
And I thought that smell was just coming from you.
But anyway, I was okay.
no wonder why they kept calling me piss breath.
That's what that smell was this whole time.
I didn't know, Lass. I didn't know. The
here
gnomes.
I thought the
Oy.
entire piss smell was just from you and the walrus.
Hey, that's not piss. That's love. You watch your mouth, lad. I ain't above beating a child if they insult me, walrus.
Apparently, you're not
It-
above eating piss snow.
I didn't know.
Anyway, the reason I brought this up, Groff, is that back when we were in Targos, I wanted to help out the doctor who was helping out the tailor for my cloak, and he mentioned red amita mushrooms, and I was wondering if you knew anything about that.
Unless they grow in yellow snow, Lass, I have no idea.
I don't know. I'm not what's that called when somebody studies mushrooms? Mycologist? I'm not one.
Gesundheit.
See, Lucas, if you had the map ready, you would
You
have
know,
avoided
we-
this
we would
entire
have
conversation
yeah,
about piss snow.
we would have missed this, and I realized that in the new updated version, they moved all the encounter maps to a different folder. So
That's good.
yeah, I mean, it gave us this wonderful reality of when Groff first came to Icewind Dale, he was convinced by a group of gnomes to go eat piss snow,
Cannon.
which I love. I love the
It's a-
concept.
As gross as that is, I am always down for some improv RP.
Yeah, no, that was
To fill that air.
yeah.
So,
There was
do I
there was
level up
some-
now?
No, but I mean, it was something magical.
No, but you do have permanently yellow stained teeth.
I mean,
Uh,
that's 30 years of neglect on my part. But you mean Groff?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what we
Strangely
mean.
Yeah.
enough, Justin, you're now immune to disease. Only certain
Haha.
diseases.
Wait. Aren't dwarves like resistant to poison or something?
They are because they
Ah,
drink so
that's
much.
the context for why Groff is resistant to poison. Is because
Because
he
he ate yellow
That's why he has a resistance to poison.
That is it. That is 100% it.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
Groff wants to. Groff kind of wants to like take Kyra and break away from the group for a second. He's gonna be like, "Hey, Lass, I got a question. I want to ask you in private here, real quick." And he pulls out his bag, and he's like, "These things here, are they?" The gnomes told me they were mountain chocolate. They just grow on the mountain,
Oh no!
like piles of little balls of
Prof, I'm
chocolate,
going
like
to have
this.
to stop you right there. I've never heard of anything that's ever been referred to as mountain chocolate.
That's not real.
Not to
Look
my
here,
knowledge.
and
I'd imagine it.
here. Just take one. Take one.
No,
Taste it. Tell me
no,
what
no,
it.
no. I'm not touching that.
Oh, just.
I am not touching what is most likely petrified fecal matter.
Oh, it's not petrified. It's. Oh, excuse me. It
He ate
too
a
many
handful before
too many
speaking to
mountain
you.
chocolates.
Oh, Golf, you got a little smudge by your mouth there.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, thank you a lot. This is still pretty tasty, though. I don't know that they're necessarily chocolate. The gnomes did say that
You
it's
can't
like dark
identify that it's
chocolate.
You know
You
what?
can't
It's
identify that
more
chocolate.
bitter.
Wait, Kyra, make a history check. Make
Oh,
a history
fuck.
check.
Oh, I'm actually proficient. Here we go.
I'm not.
Not so much. 13 total.
Okay, so the only thing that you what, trying to possibly save Groff from a slight amount of embarrassment. There's only one thing that you think of in this moment, and that is the fact that you have heard that going back to their more animalistic roots, Herringon have been noted to excrete certain pellets that that like royal Herringon pellets are considered a delicacy in some circles.
Or what you're explaining to me is the coffee made out of shit.
Sure, like the civet, like the civet coffee.
Cat poo.
Well,
If you wish to share that with him, we could say that this is something that Kyra knows, and it's like this has spurned on that memory.
well, Groff, I suppose, technically, around the Sunset Mountain region, that it has been known that some of the upper echelons of Heragon society, their excrement, if you will, is considered a delicacy in some cultures. I don't know why.
Herringon, you say?
Yes, they're like the rabbit
Like
folk.
fish,
No.
like heron, like fish.
No, like lepus, like rabbits.
Like
Sort of
leopard
like
rabbits.
how I'm related to birds and eagles and hawks. They're related to rabbits. Does that
Huh.
make sense?
You know, Lass, I got to be honest. The beak might have given it away, but I never really thought of you as a bird until now.
Groff is the most progressive one of the group. He sees past all racial divides.
I
He eats
suppose.
literal shit and yellow snow.
I suppose your ability to fly might be a giveaway. Well, anyway, thanks for the
Kyra's
advice.
baffled.
Right now, Kyra's just thinking to herself, like, how long has he been eating mountain chocolate and
He's been
mushroom juice
yeah.
how much he's drinking or drunk to
I mean-
like incur brain damage?
I mean, he's been in Icewind Dale now. Not nearly as long as Smith or Wu, because they've lived there their entire lives. But he's been there for a while.
Let me just say, Lass, I have an intelligence of 11, and it used to be higher.
Oh my god, I love it.
Well, this is a bit awkward because I have an intelligence of 10.
Oh shit, that's so gross. It's not how smart you are; it's how well you apply it. All right.
Yeah.
Mine's 8.
Yeah, well, we know that.
Yeah.
But so, yeah,
But, like,
good.
Prof, is this mountain chocolate like? You know what? Never mind. Let's.
Yeah, have one. That's good.
No, those are all yours. You've earned them.
That's good.
You deserve them.
Look, Lass, I'm being polite, but don't insult me here.
Oh, I'm allergic to cocoa, so I can't eat chocolate.
To be honest
Actually,
with you, they don't have any like hints of cocoa about them. They're very strange. Here, just try one. I have an EpiPen.
I'll say that's a very real issue with birds. Is birds can't have chocolate or they will die.
Oh, use that against me. That'll work.
Yeah. All right. So, with that, you guys have been traveling now for some time. As I said last time, it's gonna be a few hours before you guys would reach Tourmaline. You actually expected the travel not to take as long as it has been, but you feel that with the most recent blizzard, as it lasted for as long as it did, it has covered a lot of the normal trail. There is still a trail to follow, but it's a lot harder to get through it. And so with that, you kind of figure, those of you that are from here, so Groff and Wu and Smith, you kind of gauge by, where you are as far as Lake Mare de Walden, that that you feel that you're maybe about halfway there, and it's starting to get late. You've been traveling now for about 4 or 5 hours, and you feel that you're maybe only about like 2/3 of the way there. So the three of you kind of think that you're probably going to have to rest the night before you would continue on, just from in order to ensure that the young ones of the group don't succumb to exhaustion.
Damn it,
Whether
you're
it gets some rest. Go ahead. Or don't.
Yeah, or don't.
All right, Groff will be like,
Yeah.
"All right, little ones, let's hit the sack."
I wanted to be
Anybody-
clear. I wanted to be clear. Kyra did not take the mountain chocolate.
Yes. We are.
Groff will offer mountain chocolate to the group. Any takers?
Bard will lean over to Kyra, going, "Is that what I think it is?"
It absolutely is.
All right. So, as you guys stop for the evening, you figure that by morning you will be able to make it to. You figure you will be able to make it to Tourmaline in just a few hours, as long as you push on well after waking up. But as the night comes this evening, and you have your
So, are we
Yeah.
like setting up camp, or
yes, yeah, you would be
Okay.
setting up for the eve.
Kyra will like crack her knuckles and say, "What, lads? I think it's time to retire the tents." And she'll begin playing a song, and she'll be casting Leoman's tiny hut as a ritual.
Shit.
That ruins Lucas's whole entire surprise night attack.
No, it doesn't. It's fine. I love this.
And at the end of the 1 minute, the lyric will be, if you need a place to rest your butt, just summon a Leoman's tiny hut.
Love it.
Perfect.
And then 10-foot radius and mobile dome of force springs into existence.
Yep.
All around us.
Yeah. So Kyra plays this melody for the next 10 minutes, casting Leoman's tiny hut, springing into existence this dome of immobile force, which you're all able to fit inside. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that the atmosphere inside is comfortable and dry regardless of the weather outside. And you can command the interior to be dimly lit or dark, and it's opaque from the outside, and of any color you choose. So what is your, what does this thing look like from the inside, and what's it look like from the outside?
From the outside, I guess just she's definitely not thinking like camouflage, so just like a dark purple.
Okay.
And how much control do I have over what the inside looks like?
It can be dimly lit or dark. So
just dimly lit because I can't see in the dark.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean it's transparent. It's mostly like if somebody tried looking in, that's more it. But it is transparent from the inside. Looking out of this place. Yeah. So, I actually was not expecting you to cast this. I just have to double check something.
I've been dying to get to level 5 to cast Lumen's Tiny Hut.
I've just wanted my extra attack.
I just wanted a feat.
Everybody pile into the hut. No
10
walruses.
10-foot radius too, so it's pretty roomy.
Oh, okay.
Feel free
Okay.
to set up your bedrolls wherever you like. She'll just roll out hers and just lounge back.
Gerard takes one of the corner with his 2 animal companions.
It's a dome. There is no corner.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, Gerard doesn't know shapes.
Give Gerard a broom and tell him to go dust the corner. Okay. Yeah. No. This actually works really well.
I see, says the blind man to his deaf son sitting at the corner of the round table.
Damn it. All right.
Underneath?
So you guys end up setting up here inside Rime's tiny hut. I imagine maybe setting up, or sorry, Kyra, my apologies.
Whose tiny hut?
My apologies, Kyra's tiny hut. As you are, I imagine those of you that aren't, that used to sleeping on the snow, maybe, set out some blankets and whatnot, at least to, keep yourselves from, having to sit on the snow. But with all that, once this is set up and you guys are taking this moment to relax, you all hear a sound come from around you. In a way, it does sound like it's coming nearby, but it actually sounds as if it is kind of, surrounding you in a sense. For what it's worth.
One noise, or is it multiple noises?
No, it's only one noise. And I will put up a link to a video of what it sounds like.
God.
Oh no.
The call is coming from inside the hut.
And I will say that
Groff is aroused.
I will say that those of you that are proficient in either nature or survival, and especially those of you that are from the north here, you'll recognize this sound immediately as the sound of a bugling elk.
You speak with animals.
Well, you cast speak with animals, and it's once
just to understand.
It's once you hear this sound, do you just cast it, or like what do you do?
It's literally
cast it through the hut. To be clear,
I can't cast it through the hut because all it is I gain the ability to comprehend verbally communicate.
I didn't know if you had to target the animal.
No. He targets himself. Yep.
It's not like you can cast Eldritch Blast through this. Is what I mean.
Right.
Yeah. I because I can use speak with animals at will, so I just use speak with animals to see if I can understand it. Because I am proficient in nature, so I know it's an animal. And proficient in animal handling. I did.
I heard it.
So, Lucas, what does a Rard hear now?
Well, you hear... you don't hear it again. But as you're looking around, you all notice the same thing. And that is what appears to be something glowing off in the distance just to the west. It is appearing to come through the darkness of the snow and whatnot But it doesn't take long as you can see something moving your way. And that is when you notice that it is the elk with the glowing antlers.
Oh,
This is
hey,
the
I
one that we
talked
had
to him
seen
earlier.
before.
Sorry. What'd you say, Aaron?
This is the one that I am assuming this is the one that we had seen prior.
Prior
Being
to
that
the
you've
giant.
only ever seen one elk with glowing antlers, you could make that assumption.
Because I have it
I
written down in
spoke
my
to
notes.
him.
Yeah. So you see that it begins edging ever. Oh my god. You can see that it begins edging ever closer to your tiny hut.
Oh, I hope it's not luring another giant to us.
Who's a good elk? Who's a good elk?
So wait, the tiny hut, like I can't communicate or cast spells out of it.
The tiny
I
hut
think-
does the tiny hut does not impede sound. It only impedes magical effects and creatures and objects moving through it.
Okay. So I could essentially call out to the elk.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna call out to the elk and just be kind of give him a fair warning that there's like an invisible hut here and that's why he doesn't see me, but hopefully you recognize my voice as we discussed back when the giant was hunting you.
I don't think the hut's invisible.
The hunt's not invisible. It's
Oh,
up,
okay.
It's actually though it is up to Kyra though, whether it is opaque from the outside. No. Actually, the dome is opaque from the outside.
Yeah.
Just
yeah,
of
yeah.
any color, which was a purple.
Okay.
So when you say this, you see that it approaches, and it's looking at the dome, and it has a quizzical look about its face, and then you all hear it say, in a language you can all understand, "Are you the ones who saved my herd from the giant?"
At that point, Erard will step out of the hunt, realizing he just spoke in a language we all could understand, and go, "Yeah, I didn't know you could speak normally. That's why I used one of my spells to talk to you again, like I did back then."
You see, whenever you step out, he sees you. A little bit of surprise in his eye, bit of a twitch from him. And he, once he recognizes you, he lowers his head. And he says, "You're us crossing paths, and you drawing the ire of the giant ensured the safety of my herd.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I was not expecting to come across you this eve, but seeing you here, I wish to give you my thanks. You saved my herd. We are forever in your debt." And he slowly lowers his head.
Erard, the animal handler.
You can tell us where the white moose is, if possible.
I'll just. It was
The
no
white
problem.
moose.
Although we were tasked with possibly finding something that seems to be destroying the ecosystem. A white moose of sorts that's been kind of, I guess it's been turning its white fur red. Add into my notes, I can now summon an elk, a magical elk.
And he sort of looks at you and he says, "I know of a white moose. It is one that lays claim to the forest to the north. It is likewise given its He says, "It is likewise given its abilities from the same master who has given me mine."
So does that mean at that Auror's going to ponder for a moment and go, is it by chance the same master that would have given an ancient beast abilities of intelligence? Like almost like seems to be dinosaurish, like before your time?
Well, the one who has bestowed upon me my gift of knowledge has bestowed this gift onto others as well. It would not be surprising to learn that it was the one and the same.
Uh-huh.
But I must warn you, the moose that you are after, it is more malicious in nature than I. The one who has given me my knowledge despises ones such as yourself, and seeks to run them out of this region. But you and yours, who saved my herd from the giant, you have shown me that you are not all terrible. And from that day, I chose to see the light, or to see what the folk of these lands have to offer as themselves.
I can't promise they'll all be as befriending as we were.
Sorry, say that again?
Or basically, I can't say that every person in the Dale will be like us, be as accepting and willing to befriend.
I understand. Much as those that have been awakened by the Druid, we are not all evil. But, as I said...
That's what I've
sorry,
started to learn. Well, I was just going to say, that's what I started to learn because the plesiosaur who's been awakened by a druid was told that he had to do this horrible thing into fishermen just to keep his abilities. And we told him that the druid wouldn't be able to take his abilities away when he just wanted peace. And I'm assuming that's what you want, is just peace, along with, I'm sure, many of the awakened animals.
I believe it is my want and desire to see my herd flourish. What the others wish is not of my knowledge. But the druid you seek goes by the name of Ravison. To that much information I can offer you. She is the one who has given me my knowledge. And if you are heading to address the moose, just know you may face her.
How do you spell that real fast?
THAT.
Just the rabbits in, Lucas. This isn't for the oak. This is just for the personal.
No, I got you, buddy. I got you. Here you go. Ravisin.
Thank you.
Yep.
Oh man, I was close.
Were you?
I put an O instead of an I.
Hmm.
Said Ravisan. Son.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I-
not Ravicin.
What about Rasputin?
Yeah.
Run!
Rasputin!
But he looks at you, and you hear another elk call in the distance. And with your speak with animals still active, you can hear the distant cry of one of the elks say, "Must move, hunters come."
I'll look to. I don't think I ever got the giant elk's name. I'll just look to him and I'll say, you should get a move on. As I said, not all the people are as accepting as us, as your friend just said. They're still hunters out here. Survival of the fittest in the dale and all that.
And he nods. And he says, "I was never given a name, but to you and your herd, I wish you the best. Again, thank you for ensuring the safety of mine."
Until we meet again.
And he nods. And you see that he turns and starts marching away back to where his herd is.
Oh, would you look at that? A giant elk is only challenge rating 2. Just like a polar bear.
Son of a bitch. Look. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's nothing,
Nothing special about him.
nothing special about him. He's just a giant ass elk.
Giant elk with glowing horns.
Well, yeah.
The Beastmaster at work once again.
All right.
No, I figured you weren't going to let me add whatever magical property the elk has besides higher intelligence. That's why I'm like, yeah, it's just a giant elk.
Yeah, I mean, technically, if we want to get super technical about it, pretty much the only thing that awakened creatures get over regular
It's just higher
ones.
intelligence, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the fact that they get that 10 to intelligence. All right.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so now I can summon a giant elk, a dinosaur, a polar bear.
Yeah, no, we're
flying snakes.
Definitely not how that works.
I beg
yeah.
to differ. It very much says animals I've seen.
Oh yeah, true. I guess you could do that. Wouldn't be the same one, but could do that.
No, not the exact same.
Yeah.
Gruff,
Yep.
Sorry, Gruff wants to query the party and ask them. So, do you think those elk tasted good?
I couldn't tell you, and I prefer not to find out, as we made a friend that might help us in the future.
Agreed. Luckily,
You
we
can
haven't
always
had
find
need
other
to.
elks.
I mean, luckily we've had Wu here harvesting up any kinds of predator creatures, so I don't think we're short on food at all.
If
I've
it
got plenty
breathes,
to
it
go.
can be turned into jerky.
Pretty much.
Well, just worried, the Dale. It's rough out here. You got to take whatever meat you can get when you find it. I just hope we didn't make a mistake.
We've got like
Ralph?
20 pounds of jerky.
36.
36.
Well, yeah, but once Wu gets into it, he'll eat it all for breakfast and he'll have nothing.
I
You'll have
I
your mountain
don't think
chocolate.
Wu's going to eat
Ration.
all of that.
You'll have
That
your
is
mountain
8.
chocolate.
That is true. I got them a mountain chocolate.
As you're sitting in the mountains.
Wu just goes over, takes the shit, walks back over. Here you go, some warm one.
Ooh, warm mountain chocolate, my favorite.
That's exactly. How'd you know what I was thinking, Lucas?
No, sir.
Is it because I said I'd shit in your shoes?
Yes. Yes, yes it is. Oh boy. All right.
I hate every bit of this.
All right.
At any rate, it's good to have at least a something of an ally in the deal.
Yeah, now we have two, one for the land and one for the sea.
Indeed. Gonna have to. We should figure out a way to keep those elk on call and to a certain extent when we eventually go back to Targos to take care of Mr. Nerf.
I have a plan in mind.
Right.
All right, I'll get back in the hut.
Yeah. So after that, the night goes by uneventful. The next morning, you all awaken.
Do I learn anything new about the book?
We'll say that you can spend some time. We'll say that you spend some time reading through the book. I mean, you're mostly just like skimming through it at this point. It has listings of a bunch of creatures that you've never even heard of, with only various depictions of them.
Yeah.
So
Rard's gonna like throughout the night essentially pray or whatever his version of praying is, of just kind of keeping Calarax up to date, and explaining to him about the giant elk and whatnot.
I can tell you there's no moose in the book, though.
Because it's been a while since Calarax has popped his cabbage head up, so Rard's just keeping him up to date, and then got to add that last part of, yeah, my powers are taking a dark turn, literally and figuratively, because I don't think I've met him since Shadowblade.
right. Yeah.
Dear cabbage in the sky.
Yeah.
Dear magical cabbage rabbit.
Aaron, basically you'd be looking at elk for that.
Okay.
Yeah, you would get antler. No immediate use, can be constructed or can be consecrated into a druidic focus by a druid.
Dear magical cabbage rabbit. Today I learned Groff eats yellow snow and literal shit.
Two things. I want to say, I imagine as Urard is talking to this awakened elk, Wu's sitting there with his book, like looking through it. Eventually gets to like elk, and he's like, I could cut off his antlers, make a really cool druidic focus. Yeah. So the next morning, you guys are able to pack up, and make your way north to the town of Termaline.
Would it be a giant elk?
No, it was just an elk. It's big. Like, elks are already kind of big.
So the glowing antlers was a normal elk, not a giant elk?
Yeah, I don't think did I say it was a giant elk the last time? I might have said it was a giant elk the last time, but
the only reason I ask is there is an elk and then there's a giant elk.
No,
So
yeah,
that's why.
it's
That's the same reason I'm asking.
no, awakened. Yeah, it would be, if anything, it would be an awakened elk.
Because I'm assuming the numbers after the name is the CR level.
It would be CR 1/4.
Okay.
Oh yes, in the book,
Yeah.
yes.
So yeah, the elk is 1/4, and then the giant elk is 2.
Right. Yeah, giant elk is 2. But no, this was just an awakened elk. So.
Gotcha. Okay, I needed to know that too, because that determines what I can and can't summon.
Oh right. Yep. Okay. So you guys continue on, and you eventually make your way.
Hey, it's moving.
What's moving?
The die.
Oh yeah, I moved it. Yeah, that represents you guys on this map.
Yeah. Do you not have the dice roller up, or am I just special and don't have that up?
What do you mean the dice roller?
Wow.
The
On
dice
Encounter
roller.
Plus or on D&D Beyond?
Did you go to the new link that I sent you?
Yeah, that's how I noticed that the die was moving.
click the little chat bubble icon at the top left.
Ah, okay.
Yep. But yeah, the nice thing is now when you guys go in here, and there is a token on there, it will actually keep that selected for you. I think though, because I run multiple games a week, though it might change, but we'll see what happens next time.
Who was that?
So, that's Big Love.
Oh.
Big love.
Why does it say unknown?
Because you gotta edit your
You
name.
gotta edit your name.
I
Actually, no.
did edit my
You can't.
name.
No, you can't edit your name. New update. You're not allowed. Doesn't let you do it anymore. Shame.
All right. So I believe I have given a brief description of Termaline before when you guys passed through here, dropping off the halfling known as Perilu Fishfinger. But for those of you that are native here, and especially those who have been here most of your life, Termaline was founded by Kalashite settlers who appreciated beauty. Termaline is widely regarded as the most picturesque town in Icewind Dale, spreading out from the shore of Mare Duwalden, and bordered on the north and west by tall pines. Probably do well bringing up the map. Go. Oh, I don't like why. Oh, this is going to take me a little bit getting used to. There we go.
God damn, I forgot to save it again.
Sorry, my bad. Line of sight. There we go. So,
I see nothing.
This place doesn't even have a wall.
no, in fact, it doesn't.
Oh no.
And as with last time, yeah, you guys kind of realize this. This place doesn't have nearly the fortification of Targos or Bryn Shander, but its natural defenses, as I said, with the
pines in the lake.
With the pines and the lakes, it doesn't really suffer too much from a lot, but for most visitors, the enchantment. So once you guys get here and you start making your way, and you come in from the southern side of the town,
Like here?
yes, I literally don't know why it's not showing you guys. Oh, wait, I could do this. Could I do this instead?
It looks
like the
name of the town has been blocked out.
Yeah, it has, because here we go. Where's Termaline? There it is. There. So yeah, down to Targos. Wow. Up to Lonelywood, but yeah.
So you gave us all of the maps?
This has all the maps, yes. So, but like I said, that I just wanted to show you where you guys were coming in, where it says to Targos, and then there's leading out to Lonelywood.
East side.
The east side. So,
can you put up how to spell Tourmaline again?
It's in the OneNote.
He doesn't know what OneNote is.
When I did my computer, it got rid of OneNote.
Re-download that shit, man. Anyway, so yeah, you guys head in there, and the last time that you guys were here, you pretty much came, straight in from the side and dropped off Perilu, and then headed down back to Targos. But you're noticing once you get up here, today especially, the wind is sweeping down from the north, and is almost shearing through your layers of clothing. Those of you that are have been here for a while, you know that Termaline was built in the path of a dreadful gale, which continues well past the town and sort of hampers the fishers on the southern half of the lake. But in addition to fishers, shipbuilders, and scrimshanders, Termaline is also home to miners who harvest gemstones from a cavern complex set into a low hill north and east of the settlement. But yeah, good.
Grof's gonna say, it's so cold out here, I might take my oil flask and douse myself with it, if you know what I mean.
Immolate yourself.
I was just about to mention, does it seem a little bit colder than anybody else?
I
Bruce gonna rub his nipples. A little bit.
God
yeah,
damn it.
I hear mountain chocolate's good for that.
Heard that too.
That's what the gnomes told me.
I need out of the dale. I need out of here.
Yeah, let's at least find some place warm. Does anybody happen to know any inns or taverns around here?
The three of you that are native, go ahead and roll a history check.
Damn shit. I
Oh,
So
I'm
that would
terrible
be-
at those.
It'd be Smith, Wu, and Groff.
Oh, I'm not bad at that.
Yeah, I'll say that. I'll say that.
Dwarf knows where's there's a place to get a drink.
Yep. I'll say that Groff definitely knows. Smith, you've been in your times traveling the Dale. One of the things that you know about this. One of the things you know about this place is that the the town master is a half orc.
Townmaster.
Yes. But you're not exactly sure where where the tavern or anything is, but Gruff, you definitely know that over on just over here on the western side of the town is a tavern known as the Blue Clam. It's where a lot of fishers typically spend their days here in Termaline.
Aye, we can go get a hot cider over at the Blue Clam. It's up to the west, just a few clicks. Whatever you do, don't search Blue Clam in the glass ball.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go make some
The-
yellow snow.
The worst thing is I thought the exact same thing.
Eh,
Oh,
I thought the exact same thing.
no matter what the fortune teller tells you, don't look in the crystal ball for Blue Clam.
I hate it here.
All right. So, as you guys are
Well, it sounds good to me, at least. Just as a place to recuperate and reestablish while we're here.
Sounds good to me.
Been a few days and quite a lot has happened. I could definitely use a bit of a recap.
all right.
Need a little bit of a rest.
So, you guys start making your way through town, Groff leading the way. And it's once you get to this...
Is it as picturesque as you've described in the description?
It is. In fact, you could say that it looks like what Justin has going on behind him.
Okay. It's definitely nicer looking than like Bremen and Targos.
Yes. Whereas Bremen and Targos are, Bremen is definitely like, one of the more run down places, here in Icewind Dale, and Targos has seen better times. Termaline, on the other hand, they still got some things going on for them. In fact, if this is the same image, yeah, there we go. So, yeah, and in fact, This is here. I'll actually copy it because it's technically a GIF.
Gifting us?
I don't even know if it's going to load up as a gift. Oh, look at that. It does. Sweet. Yeah, that's kind of what you guys are walking up into. You can see the trees up in the, you can see the trees up on the northern side. You can see the lake out to the west. You know, there's lights on in all of the buildings around. And as you're trudging up through here, Groff is telling you about the Blue Clam. But as you make your way through town, you come to...
Warning about the Blue Clam.
Yeah. You get about halfway there once you get to this town center here. And as you do, you actually see a young boy who is dressed very warmly in heavy winter clothes. He's shouting out the news of the day as people pass by, most of whom you can tell are ignoring. But as you're approaching, he cries out, "The Gemstone Mine is closed because of monsters. Speaker Mastu is offering 100 gold to those who can clear it out."
Kyra slyly
is he
looks
holding
at
a
the rest of
paper?
the group.
He is. He's holding up a piece of paper.
He's gonna ask him how much for one of your papers.
Be 1 shilling, sir.
What is this shilling?
That hell's a shilling lad.
I don't know what that is, but
Oh, sorry. That was just what my boss said. 1 silver, please.
oh, all right. Here's 2 silver.
Oh, my parents don't have to work for a year. Thank you, kind sir.
Oh my
He
God.
you see he pockets like one of the silver, and he puts the other silver into a little collection tin he has next to him.
Wow.
Everard's gonna look at him and say, "So about monsters in the mine?"
And
Since he noticed Kyra looked to the group, going, "Guys, we have a gig."
he
We have a lot of gigs lined up.
Yeah.
he points to the paper that Wu just took, and he's like, "Yeah, as I said, Speaker Mastu is offering 100 gold to anyone who can clear out the mine. Monsters in there have all but seized up operations. If you want, you can find the town master. He'd be down at the Blue Clam."
Just
Thank you for the information, lad. Here's some mountain chocolate for your trouble.
Oh, mountain chocolate. Oh, it's been quite some time since I've had some of this. The forest is primed for it.
I know, right? It's very
Yes. Yes, they,
Is Altman frozen, or is he just frozen?
Both.
and he takes a bit of it, breaks it off, starts gnawing on it, and he goes, bit of a berry taste. Thanks again. I just met my quota for the day. I can go spend the rest of it with my mother.
Here, have some for her then too, lad. Give him a few more pieces.
Gerard is standing just offside of them, going.
He looks at all of you and he says, to say that there's no good here in Icewind Dale, you're proving them wrong. And
What was your boss's name again?
What's that?
What was the kid's boss name again?
Oh, my boss?
Yeah.
Oh, you're asking a question that the DM wasn't ready for.
We got him. We got him.
Oh, yeah, sorry, slipped my mind. Morvar Rursk. He runs the Icewind Dale Herald over here.
Wait, you said the town master is in the Blue Clam who's offering the job, right?
Yeah, no, Town Master, Town Master, oh fuck, I had his name right in front of me and now I lost it. I'm looking at it over here. Town Master, Mastu, yeah, he's over at the Blue Clam.
All right, let's
And he's
go
the one
talk to him.
of
What do you guys say?
And he's the one of the mine?
He's the one offering the 100 gold as the Town Master, yes.
I say, let's go talk to him. Let's
Sounds
get
like a job for music and mayhem.
Hell yeah.
Let's get our name known in this town too.
All right.
right,
With
let's
that,
go.
with that,
Can you put his name up down too?
who the town master?
Yeah.
Yep, his town master. You guys will find out his first name, but it is, bing. Here it is. I don't like that OneNote doesn't let you just copy text. I've never liked that. There it is. Oris Mastu.
Doesn't?
No, if I copy his name, right click, hit copy, and then paste it into Discord, it posts it as a picture. So it did the same thing when I typed in Termalane.
Man, that's weird.
It's weird. It's really weird. For some reason, it pastes it as a JPEG. Yeah, you see?
That is weird.
It's so weird, and I don't get it. And I don't know if
There's
it's
gotta be a way to change that.
like, I imagine there might be a way to change how it copies, because it might copy, but you're highlighting text. So
Is it by
Yeah.
chance their way for like to still claim copyright? So it's like, oh yeah, you took this straight from this book or something like
Well,
that.
so here's the thing. You can paste it as a picture. That's the thing. And that's why I think it does that. Because you can paste it keeping the source formatting, merging the formatting with whatever you're doing, or keeping the text as it is, or loading it as a picture. But I've learned to deal with it. So, making your way along the piers here in Termalane.
On the way there, I want to whisper to your rod. You know, ever since we got to Icewind Dale, we've been exposed to all kinds of strange and extravagant cultures, but I've never would have guessed this whole mountain chocolate thing.
I'm never gonna try it. And
See,
there's no way.
I'm not crazy, right? Like I thought it was just going to be a Groff thing, because you know how he is. He just has Groff things. But then that little boy ate it too.
Listen, the moment that we see somebody eating yellow snow, we need to get the next boat out of here.
Hey, what are you guys talking about?
About this new job coming up.
Oh yeah,
Think-
it's gonna be
I-
great.
I got a couple. I got some new sparrows. Gonna help
And
us come.
I'm curious if these are really monsters or more animals.
After we're done with this, I'll get you guys some Dale wine to celebrate. Trust me, if you like mountain chocolate, you're gonna love Dale wine.
Great.
Thanks, Ron. You're the best.
Give them like,
Let's
give them
get
hearty
the-
pats on the back, and I start like walking towards the Blue Clam.
Yep. Let's go get it.
As soon
All
as
right.
he's out of earshot. So we just tell him we're not drinkers, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So
We've turned over a new leaf. We're starting a new. We're starting new habits.
all right. So you guys make your way over to the Blue Clam. Once you arrive here, you can see that it is it's a dockside location. Right up against the lake. There are plenty of boats that are docked out here at the moment, but when you head inside, you smell the warming aroma of spiced chowder. As you look across the walls, you can see that beautiful works of scrimshaw hang on almost every corner. A few notable figures in here. You see behind the counter is a half orc. He is wearing an apron on him, as well as wearing some warmer clothing underneath that apron. There are a few folk here, humans and dwarves and gnomes alike, all kind of sharing the space. You hear some a bit of warming laughter. The hearths are all full of roasting meat, and you can see that there are a lot of folk here that kind of reek of fish. That there's sort of in the center of this place is the central hearth. You can see that a lot of these fishers are sitting around this circular bench that goes around the base of the hearth, where there are hot stones on the ground, and you can see that the fisher have their bare feet kind of resting on these stones, warming up their toes.
Cozy.
Yeah. But as you enter, as you enter, you see two bundled up humanoids. They follow the two of you in, and they sort of take note of you. And the one puts his hand on Smith's shoulder, taking note of the weapon that he is carrying in here. And he says in a very friendly manner, "You all seem entirely too prepared for trouble. Don't happen to be here about the mine, do you?"
Actually, that is one of the things we are here for.
Oh, well, I'm glad. It's been a bit of a pain trying to get somebody to go out and deal with that. And as he says this, he shuts the door behind him, and he pulls back his hood, revealing, likewise to the gentleman behind the counter, half-orc features. And he gestures over to one of the large tables that's here. God. And he says, please have a seat. If this is what you have come to discuss, we can get this going pretty quickly.
Oh, so you are the town speaker?
At your service, Oris Mass 2. And he holds his hand out.
Bless you.
Oh, if I had a...
Carol goes to shake his hand. Carol does quill of music and mayhem as she gestures the rest of the group.
Oh, is that what your group has decided to go by?
It's what I've decided. Everybody else is going along with it.
Well, it's not the first time that I've heard about you folks.
Oh,
No.
how have you heard about us? Have you heard about how we tamed the lake monster of Bremen, or rescued a climbing expedition from Targos, or was it about ransacking the temple of a Minotaur to near Brunnshander and defeating an ice devil?
Whenever he says he's heard about us, Everard's just gonna like pull his hood over, hoping that it's not.
Yeah, we'll say that, you know, he has this big smile on his face when he says this. Kyra starts going on about your exploits, and Gerard just kind of like,
Yeah, just.
and he so as he's setting as you're all sitting down around this large table, he says, I have in fact heard about those, except for that last one. You said a temple of a Minotaur where you fought an ice devil.
Here's the head of it.
The heavens awakened. What is that?
That is the head of the ice devil.
When he says that,
Defeated by Wu and Smith in mortal combat.
when he says that, you see all the fishers, like, they look over. You see the half-orc that's behind the bar, and he's like, Oris, you all right? You having trouble? And Oris says, no. Sorry, Vernon. It's fine. He looks at you, Wu, and he says, do you mind putting that away?
I don't know how much away on my belt it can be, but
Well, as long, you know what? Oh my. Maybe I can help you out with that. 1 second.
I just love this. You fought an ice devil? Yeah, here's a 10. Clunk.
And he goes over behind the counter, and he pulls out a burlap sack, and he walks over. He goes, here, at least keep that thing wrapped up. It's a bit unsightly.
But what if I need to pull it out in an instant?
Then I'm sure that you can. I'm sure with your. From what I've heard, you can handle untying a knot with quite amount of ease.
I can do it with my tongue.
Let's just placate the man. We are the guests here after all.
Fair enough.
He says, I appreciate it, but yes, no, it is more for the folks around here. With everything that's been going on here in the towns the past few months and years. Just trying to keep this town's reputation going of a nice, peaceful, quiet location along the lake. But I will say it is devilishly frightening. I'm sure you will.
I see what you did there.
Yes, I'm sure that will fetch a high price to some buyer out there.
That's if I'm willing to sell it.
At a high
Well,
price.
that is if you're willing to sell it. And he says, "But please have a seat." And as y'all sit down, he says, "Vernon, please, a round of your famous spiced chowder, as well as," and he looks around, all he sees is mugs of ale for each.
Oh, just water for me.
All right.
It's pretty early in the day.
And he sort of gives you like a big slap on the back. Oh, I will say, it took you guys about 3 or so hours to get there. So it's about 10 o'clock. So the sun is now it's dim light outside, not dark.
So 10 in the afternoon.
10 in the afternoon, yes. And he looks at all of you and he gives a hearty chuckle and he says, "Ale for the rest of you then?"
I'll take a nice hot cider if you have it.
Oh, I'm sure Vernon can cook something up. Isn't that right, Vernon? And see the other orc who's up at the top. Like I said, he's the one who has the tattoos and stuff. He nods and he says, "I'll get it for you." So, as he is getting this, he looks at all of you and he says, "So, yes, I'm not gonna lie, I'm rather pleased to see your group here. As I said, I have heard a bit of your exploits, have not heard about the," and he gestures down to Woo's bag on his hip. He says, "But I did hear about your exploits in Bremen. The tale has reached up the lake, and a halfling who arrived in town but a few days ago was singing the praises of this group that was manned by folk of your eccentric layout," kind of gesturing to to Kyra and to Smith, and he says it's not uncommon to see Goliaths in the region, but in Aarakocra it's a bit more off. You're quite
It's pronounced bird. Thank you very much.
No, Groff, it's actually Aarakocra.
But that's such a long, complicated word.
Bird.
Gerard just pinches the bridge of his nose.
But yes, rather than eccentric, I would say we are eclectic.
Ah, that is the word I was looking for. Eclectic. Yes. But
Erratic.
Well, you fit that bill, that's for sure.
Yeah. But yes, the tales of your deeds have been beginning to circulate around the 10 towns. That is for sure. Tales of newcomers helping out in Bremen and rescuing someone from Kelvin's cairn. As I said, I have not heard of your other exploits as of yet, but that which you have started to talk about has definitely reached our ears, and it is giving me pause to hope that you may be able to help us.
Oh, Erard still has his hood pulled over his head, hoping that he hasn't heard stories of what happened in the next town over.
I can understand that. It's fine.
But he will go ahead and say, he goes, "Yeah, we could probably help out with the monsters in the mines. We've been going from town to town, helping out where we can."
Well, it is rare these days to see folks as willing to help as you. But yes, to the point at hand. Just a few Not too far out to the east is a gemstone mine. It has been our main source of income for a number of years, but recently, a few days ago, a group of kobolds crept into the mine, entering from the surface, forcing the miners to abandon their jobs. Luckily, no one was killed in the matter, but the kobolds are far too dangerous for the miners to deal with. Fortunately as well, days before the kobolds has arrived, one of the miners went missing. Now, that began to stoke the fears in the others that something else was in the mine, but truthfully, I believe that he may have fallen into the central pit. It goes down so far that no body would ever be found. But, as I said, I'm looking for someone to help us out of this situation.
We
Well,
are on the job.
yep, you found the right group for the job.
And you say it's to the east of here.
Yes, it is. It is not far to the east.
In the words of a half-orc farmer, that I heard stories about, the only good kobold is a dead kobold.
That's right.
Oh, yes. Care of the axe wielder.
Yep, that's canon.
Never heard of him.
Gruesome fate, that one.
Yeah.
But yes. Just gonna finish up our refreshments here, and then what do you say we head out, lads?
Aye.
All right. So yeah, we'll say you guys spend some time in there. You guys spend some time in there relaxing and, just kind of enjoying the warm atmosphere. Vernon, the bartender and owner, he comes over and hands all of you some spiced chowder, which warms you up. And
I split the spice chowder 3 ways.
Do you?
Yep. Some for me, some for the cat, some for the raccoon dog.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean monkey.
Monkey dog.
No,
Right.
no, Tanuki. You don't want to call that thing a monkey. You don't want to correct it. You don't want to correct them or make them think they're correct.
Right. Yeah, it's Tanuki, not a monkey. It's Tanuki, not a monkey.
Bernard would definitely call him a monkey in Sylvan just to fuck with them.
Yes. All right. Yeah. So while you guys are sitting here, and you're, like I said, you're enjoying the atmosphere. It's been a cold time. Making your way up here. But something that catches your ear, Groff, is you hear two of the patrons not too far from where you're sitting, talking to one another, and the one says they're both we'll say one is a dwarf and one is a human. And the human says, "So, did you hear what's going on over at Caer Konig?" And the dwarf says, "Nah. What do you mean?" He says, "Claim there's a string of thieves out there. Things going missing." The dwarf says, "I haven't heard anything. What's all been going missing? I got some family out there." The human shrugs his shoulders and takes a sip of his ale, and he says, "You got me. I can imagine treasures trinkets, maybe a gold tooth or so. But the crazy thing about it, no one's seen anything. Claiming footprints appear out of nowhere from around. These invisible thieves skulking the region. And the dwarf, sort of taken aback a bit, and he says, invisible. Yeah, I'm sure. You know, it's probably the ale speaking. And he goes, no, seriously. It's, they're saying that, you know, like, lantern falls over and catches some kindling on fire, and they can see, they saw, somebody claims they saw these footprints scampering away, built into the snow. The dwarf rolls his eyes, and the human looks at him, and, you know, this is the piece that kind of catches your ear, Groff. But the human says, you know what I think? I think it's those fucking Durgar. Probably came up out of the mountains over there. You know, somewhere out there, probably coming up. I've heard tale of them being able to turn invisible. And the dwarf who's sitting there, he looks over at him and he says, shut your fucking mouth. He says, those gray bastards, who knows what anything they can do. They keep to themselves. I don't want to hear another word of this. He stands up, the dwarf stands up, walks away from the table, and the human's like, got your ninnies in a bunch.
Frickin' gray people.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Next to Goliath.
Yeah.
You see...
I look at Smith and I'm like, no offense.
Actually, when you look over at Smith, making that comment, you actually see that that Smith has Smith's attention seems to be more paid to another conversation that is going on near you, and that is that Smith, while Groff was hearing this, and, you know, same thing, you guys are starting to, you know, relax and warm up a bit. You hear two humans talking about, the one looks to the other and he says, so my cousin down in Goodmead, I heard recently the Goliaths down there, the ones that live up in the mountains, started warring with each other and taking the war down into the hills. Apparently it's just a bloodshed. They're going at one another, and it's becoming worse and worse. Apparently Dugan's Hole is having to kind of face a lot of the brunt of it as they're carrying it into their place. The other one looks over and says, those mountain folk, all they are is trouble. If you ask me, they should just stay up where they are. Don't need to come down here. They want to hunt up in the mountains, live up there, be my guest. And even the ones that are out in the tundra, stay out there if all you care. You know, don't be trouble to us. And when he says that, that's whenever the one who first made the comment, he sees Smith sitting over this guy's shoulder. You know, regardless if Smith has made any kind of advance, the human there, he like taps him on the arm. He says, "Shut the fuck up." He says, "Shut up." He's like, "What? What's the problem? The guys should stay out in the fields. That's where they come from. That's where they should stay. They don't need to come to town. All they do is they stir up trouble everywhere they go. People just want to fight them, and they just want to fight others." He's like, "Shut the fuck up." He's like, "Keep away."
Smith, you should fight him.
I'm thinking about it.
Challenge him to an arm wrestling match right now.
Smith, as you're hearing this, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
To not be offended.
Fight.
You hear a voice in your head as you're hearing this.
Oh,
Goes,
shit.
if he wants to see what Goliath looks like who comes to a town, why don't you show him? Let me at him.
I forgot about that sword.
His blood will speak louder than his words. And with that wisdom save, being that this is the first time, you hear this, and you're able to stave off this feeling in your head.
Okay.
You can still pat the guy on the shoulder and be like,
Yes,
Wait.
yeah. You can do whatever you want. It's just you don't have this moment in your head of I'm going to go over and murder him.
He's just like a commoner, right? Like
He is.
He doesn't look like.
Nope, he's probably, like, for all you know, he's just some dude that lives
scrawny?
here. Sorry, what's that?
He's scrawny.
Yeah, he's not. He is not big at all.
I'll just ignore him for now.
Okay.
but you did hear him say that he was taking karate and he could take down a Goliath.
Yep, totally. All right. So yeah, you guys, like I said, you guys hear all of this as you are, as you're sitting around here, and yeah, we'll say that maybe an hour or so goes by as you guys get warmed up. Do you head over to the mine at this point?
Hell yeah.
I think so.
All right.
So everybody's pretty rested, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys should be fully rested. But if you want to give me,
Full rest in an immaculate tiny hut.
yeah. But if you guys want to give me a minute, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real fast.
No!
I'm gonna go into his bathroom too, real fast.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna go to the bathroom as well with those
Turned
two.
off his camera so he can't steal his background.
I know, right? I'm gonna go grab a drink while he's gone. I'll be right back.
I guess I will as well.
Oh no! I think I'm gonna go get food then.
I'm gonna take a nap.
Sorry, Smith.
Well, I'm back.
Where are you?
Oh no! I'm telling you, Smith, you should have turned and tapped the guy on the shoulder and challenged him to an arm wrestling match. And just put him through the table.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Yay.
I can't believe a side tangent of Yellow Snow and Mountain Chocolate is now canon for all of Icewind Dale.
I mean, that's what happens when you give Justin any amount of like creative control.
Can't wait to see all of these new spells and powers that we gained for this fight.
Well, you already saw one of mine.
I can now fire 2 Eldritch Blasts, and I gain 2 powers.
I can finally get Bardic Inspiration die on a short rest.
Nice.
And it's a D8 now. Hopefully it'll be more useful. Do, 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 do.
I'm back, Smith. I didn't leave you forever.
What's up?
Said I'm back. I didn't leave you forever. Shut up, Jared. Okay. Okay.
Hmm?
Oh, hell yeah. Our quarterback did not do well. What are you drinking, Jared?
What?
So what are you drinking?
Just iced tea. That's all I grabbed.
Yeah, my dad's been making these, like, remaking TikTok recipes and shit. Some of them aren't, a lot of them have not been horrible, and then others have been like, oh my god, this is really fucking good.
Why does it exist?
How have I not known about this sooner? Because, what? This morning he made kind of like a breakfast casserole. Ham, cubed up uh, potato hash browns,
Yeah.
eggs, and cheese. I believe that's what's all that's in it.
I mean, that doesn't sound bad. I mean, it's not, it wouldn't be, like, it would be hard to screw that up.
Yeah, and like it's a casserole. It's in a casserole dish.
Oh, Justin's back.
Fuck that guy.
What? No, he isn't.
Groff just rolled to mount the walrus, though.
Oh. I was gonna say Justin's camera.
Like
He's
15
really not
minutes
great.
ago.
It just popped up on my screen saying he rolled to mount the walrus.
Oh,
I'm
I
confused.
didn't even see that. Hold on.
I don't see that either.
And I don't know why it just popped up on my screen for it. I don't know. Don't know.
That was a very delayed mounting.
Yeah, but I saw that one already. I don't know. D&D Beyond's trying to fill the void.
All I see is history check. I see like 3 history checks, a White Claw history of Mount the Walrus over an hour ago. Was it an 18 Mount the Walrus? Jared?
What?
Was the roll an 18 Mount the Walrus?
Yeah, it was. That's why I scrolled up. I'm like, that's weird because it's showing it there, but it popped up on my screen like it was a new roll to where I didn't have to open the game log.
Last one I have on the game log is Smith's.
I don't know.
There he is. He's warping back into reality. Oh my god, this is so annoying. Windows is not putting my active windows on top.
Oh.
The hell?
Just had to chase the one cat around because apparently he got into my mother-in-law's thread and started throwing up everywhere.
Nice.
Yeah, that was fun. How was your guys' break? Your Windows trouble?
A lot shorter than Lucas's.
Was Lucas not back yet?
No.
Nope.
Oh my.
Are you asking if he's pooping?
Yes.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Still live on the stream.
Oh no, is he?
No, we are. He's just his like red ghost icon.
Yeah.
Looks like I don't know if this is accurate or not, but it looks like there's like 5 people in the chat, including Stacy. Hi Stacy. Say hi Stacy, Jared. It's Jared.
What?
Here.
What's
Say
going
hi to
on?
Stacy. She's in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hey, Lucas is back. Everything come out okay, buddy?
Yeah.
All right, good. You were gone longer than me, so I was scared.
Yeah, no. I had to, I wanted to grab a bite to eat.
Oh, okay. I was chasing a cat around after he got on my mother-in-law's thread and was throwing up everywhere. Fun.
I got bored of waiting and started watching a YouTube video, hearing nothing that anybody was saying.
I'm watching Netflix, so don't worry.
Oh, I need to get caught up on One Piece.
Wait, no, you are caught up on One Piece. We already discussed it.
No, there's a new chapter today. I didn't get to it.
You know what? On second thought, yeah, you're right. I need to read that one.
Yeah.
All right, since we're in a group, let's talk One Piece.
Oh, God.
Readings for losers.
I'm gonna change my name in the chat to knows how to read.
Knows how to read, but do you? All right. Cool.
He knows how to read the label. If it says mountain chocolate, that's good.
That's right.
Amen to that. All right. Cool. So,
We made it to the mines without a hitch.
yeah, actually, that was something that I was looking at, because I need.
Nothing
Gonna
happens.
possibly make us go do a rando and counto.
We make it to the mine with no problem.
Something like that. Something like that. Yeah, so like I said, it is currently currently the middle of the it's about 11 o'clock in the afternoon, and you're told that what
11 o'clock in the afternoon?
Twilight.
Yes.
So is it...
You mean 11 in the morning?
Yeah.
It's 11 a.m. and
okay, thank you. I'm like,
it is dim light out. That is what I will say. It is dim light out. Does anyone, as you guys are making your way up there, do any of you guys have any kind of torch or light or anything going on?
Light cantrip on my lute.
Okay. What color?
Orange. Feeling a little spicy.
Okay.
'Cause
Kyra, it's an
I
imposter.
always pick like violet or whatever. Just go
Yeah.
for it.
I think Lucas
Imposter, it's
normally
not
picks Violet
Kyra.
for you.
What'd you say, Woo?
I think Lucas normally picks Violet for you.
No, I normally let him pick. I would never take that choice away.
But,
I mean, he would say violet because he knew I would pick violet. So.
I would assume it, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. On our way out,
Uh,
I would like to talk to the blacksmith and or the leather worker,
okay.
just to see if there's anything that they are looking for material based wise while we're out.
Yeah, we'll say that you talk to someone there at the Blue Clam about where either a blacksmith or a leather worker is. And they give you directions to both. There is a actually, I'm going to say yeah, there is a blacksmith, but he not only deals with metals, but he also deals with gemstones and jewelry. As Termaline has the Gemstone Mine, the blacksmith here isn't just focused on metals, but also jewels. And it's a location known as Ore Decor. And it is run by
A person
A
by
dwarf.
the name
of
a
I don't like this.
human.
This is one of the names in a generator.
Please tell me that's not the gem smith's name.
It is
You know
now.
what? That is his name.
Courtney?
What's his name? Say it.
Horny
Say it,
quiet
coward.
spam. Horny quiet span. All
I'll
right.
hop on One Piece.
feel
We
like
can
we're
start
Justin's
talking
camp.
about it.
I feel like we're in Justin's campaign again.
And
Tiamat appeared.
I'm going to say that he 100% looks like this.
Like a monkey?
Sorry, what?
Like a monkey?
I mean, not like a monkey. Jesus Christ, man.
He looks like a monkey.
I guess.
Sure.
But yeah, so you see this gnome as you walk in. What do you say?
Do I know his name?
No. Yeah, all you were told was there is a he works in blacksmithing, but he's mostly a jeweler, and he runs a location. You know that he's a gnome, that he runs a location known as Ore Decor.
I'm sorry. Did we go to this place or?
I imagine Wu is.
Yeah, Wu is. I'm going to ask him, or I'm going to introduce myself and ask him if there is any materials that he is looking for that I could be aware of and look out for.
You ask him this, he says, not at the moment. I mean, shit, if you're here, we need those damned kobolds dealt with down in the mine. That's the biggest issue here. I haven't had business in days because the mine is now dry. The miners are refusing to go down to the mines. If you can deal with that. He sort of like shrugs his shoulders and he says, fat chance that happens.
We are actually, funny enough, on our way there.
Oh? Well. If that's the case, yes, clear them out, and if you have anything that if you can clear them out, I'll give you a discount on something around the shop.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
And the other one, you said you wanted to know about a leather worker.
Yeah.
Yes.
With all the hide and bullshit that he gathers, I want to make sure I have all these places marked out.
Yeah, so you yeah, so you hear that there is a place here that is run by an elven woman. It is a leather shop known as Northern Leather Daddies.
Somebody that was generated too.
No, that was all me, buddy. But it is owned and operated by Shanira Key Warren.
Is she wearing the key?
She is wearing a key. She has one around.
Leather Daddies.
She has the key to Leather Daddies. In fact, she has it hanging off of the warm padding around her neck.
Oh my.
Yeah. So when you enter there, what do you say there?
I'm going to say the same thing. I'm going to introduce myself and then ask her if there's anything she is looking for while we are on our way to clear out the mine.
I'm here for a leather belt and or a daddy.
She looks at you and she says, well, I can't say that I need anything from the mines, but you say that you said your name was Wu, did you not?
Yeah, I did.
She kind of looks at your group, who I imagine, just to get out of the cold is kind of hanging out in here.
Oh, yeah.
And she says, she raises an eyebrow. She says, you all wouldn't happen to be the ones that rescued little Perilou, are you?
Yes, we are. She was the halfling during
Yes.
Garrett's expedition.
Yep, up
Got it.
Kelvin's cairn.
Want to make sure I remembered correctly.
I was like,
And she looks at all of you. She says, well, yeah, there's nothing from the mines that I want. I mean, I understand that the town's kind of hurting now because of the damn kobolds, but you know what's hurting pretty bad? The goddamn logging. Not only that, but the leather. Apparently the hunters up in Lonelywood, where I get a lot of my leather from, they ain't going out anymore. Apparently some white-furred moose is out there causing a lot of mayhem and kind of slow.
There's a glance with your rod.
Yep.
Hey, that's on our list of things to do.
That's on our itinerary.
Is it?
Yeah, there's a cabin out near Lonelywood that we said we would check out and need to get answers about this white moose. As he says that, he kind of pats Marcus on the head.
Oh. See Marcus, he looks.
Head pat?
Yeah. he he looks up
He
at
is
you.
in fact a cat. So
Yeah, he is.
With a long ass
he-
tail.
He looks up at you and he nods and he gets this like yeah kind of look about him. Um but Schnera, she says, yeah, if you're going up there and dealing with that, I kind of, if the rumors are true of that white moose, I'm not gonna lie, I'd pay top coin to get a hold of that. Might make myself something nice out of it or sell it. So
Do you want the whole moose or certain specific parts of the moose?
no, I don't definitely want the whole moose. Not much I can do with that, but I kind of want the hide. So, I mean, I'll pay you for it. Pay you half here, half there.
I say, why not? Well, you're fond of doing that.
I am most definitely.
Well, if that'll work for you, good thing you decided to stop into the shop today. And she goes behind the counter and she writes up a slip. And she writes on there 1 white moose pelt. And she gives you 15 gold. And she writes on the slip 15 gold. 15 gold to still be paid, and then she signs it, and she slips over the paper for you to sign.
Oh.
I sign it.
She nods and takes it back, and she says, formalities, business and all, hate to rake you over the coals if you don't come through, and I want my 15 gold back. And she gestures up to the wall, and she says, you can see we got our selection of inspiration up there if you don't come through. And as you all glance up on the one wall, just off to the right of where the counter is, but high enough that it's just slightly out of sight, you can see that there is a sort of like a swath of pieces of leather that all look like whips. And she nods. She says, yeah, so, we'll keep it even between us.
Yeah, you think that's impressive?
oh no.
And she says, well, that was my father's work. But do you have something more impressive?
Oh
There he
yeah.
goes.
I'm gonna whip out the ice devil head.
The 9 hells, what is that?
This would be a creature
Ice
that
devil.
we have slain on our travels. The ice devil.
Of the Temple of Amanatora.
Yes. And this is my treasure.
Ah.
I love how it just seems like every person he goes, hey, check out this head. They're just like, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of a thing,
I mean, what if you're just walking around and somebody's like, hey, check out this, and somebody just whips out like a head of a cougar or something.
Right. That's what I mean. It's like, hey, what are you up to? And then somebody, pulls out this giant, insectoid head, and she just kind of like, takes a step back, and she's like, yeah, okay, that's more impressive. You can put that away. Oh.
Oh yeah, I've got one more to show you if you like.
Please, no, not if it's that.
Woo, I think
It's
that's
not-
not the point.
What'd you say, Woo?
I said it's not. It's a
We'll
little
take
less.
Take the
little less
social
aggressive.
cue.
What are you pulling out to show her?
The Knoll Warlord head
Oh,
with the
Okay.
scrimshaw of the battle.
yeah. She looks at you and she goes, now that's a little bit more impressive. I say that, yeah, Knolls are a bit of a trouble, not too far from here. So, yeah, that one's a bit more, at least appealing, I'd say. Yeah, you can put that other one away for all of time, for all I care.
Put that back where it came from, or so help me.
Yeah. What a great song.
What race is she?
Elvin.
Elvin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on, Woo. Break out the Woo charm and be like, look at this ice devil. You want me? Because I killed this.
Ew. That's so gross. You want this? Yeah, I got this.
I'm gonna ask if there's anything else, any other hides that she would care for more than others,
Well, I
or
can't
that
really...
is in high demand.
I mean, in high demand, elk hides are always good. This time,
No.
for the
no.
cold weather that's that we've been dealing with. But like I said, I'm not really out there, hunting for anything. I mean, if you see anything that you might think I'd be into, like I said, you don't see a white moose that often. Something like that might be cool to to have. I'd like I said, I want to kind of make it into something for my own.
I'd be down for that.
Well, if you need anything, I'm here fairly often. She chuckles as she, points up to show a picture on the wall of her standing next to another an elven man, and it says underneath it, "Day 1, Shannara's ownership." Oh, this fucking... Now I gotta add a goddamn... gotta add a note to OneNote for horny quiet span. Owner of Or Decor. Alright, and we got what's her name? Go, Shannara Keywearin, who is...
I might need your help with OneNote later, Lucas, because it's like,
that's fine.
tell me it doesn't exist. Like,
no, that's fine. I'll give you a hand with it. No big deal. I'll resend you the link if you need it. So
yeah,
that's fine.
Because when my computer went all fucky, I lost everything.
It's all good. We'll get it managed. Okay, so yeah, with that, do you guys start making your way up to the
mine, Gemstone Mine.
up to the mine?
I believe so.
Hell
I believe so, yeah.
I
Cool.
don't have any. I think I'm well equipped. I got oil, got my spells, got my
I got the oil.
musical. What?
I got oil.
Oh yes, we know. Got some items.
Yeah, I say we're good to go.
I think we're good to go. Let's teach those kobolds a lesson, even though they are kind of cute.
I've never seen a cute kobold.
Oh, what do you?
All right. Okay.
What do you see? I should tell you this story about the kobold who changed history forever. The story is called The Sixth Age.
Good title. Terrible characters.
No.
No, I agree that some of them do come and go, but for the most part, a lot of them are endearing.
Look, I read that book and I got lost once this dude buried himself underground to blow himself up or something. It didn't make any sense.
That's
None.
the part you got lost at?
Well,
I got lost at the part whenever the Grim Reaper shows up with 2 Tommy guns.
What do you?
That was good. I don't care what you think.
What do you think, Groff? It was back when I was describing our encounter with Ravenchuck back at the caves before we took it over in the Dragon Warmers. I mentioned a phrase called Deus Ex Machina. You see, it's a tool used by literary writers to justify something.
I don't know. It seems like lazy writing to me. Also, the ending of that book. Ugh. They just had a dragon come out and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna eat the villain now." Like, who does that?
I know. All right, so a dragon comes out and eats the bad guy.
I just can't believe the start of that book. They kept reviving that poor goblin.
But Shinera goes, not gonna lie, I was kind of into that part. You know, he seemed like a good guy and was just trying to help, but, you know, everybody's got their kinks.
Nah, he's a sociopath.
Yeah, he joined the villain by the end of the book. You should finish reading it. He was an asshole.
He's definitely the most controversial character by far.
Yeah, I must say, I never really got too far into it. You know, once that character had left, I was like, yeah, this just ain't for me anymore.
Well, spoiler alert. He was a real ass weasel and almost killed the entire group in the book.
In the second half of the book, you didn't miss much about him. You know, he showed back up, bad guy. You know, Chekhov's.
I heard it went straight to hell. Just straight to hell.
Oh my god.
It's
It
a
was
good
really
thing, like,
weird,
like
too.
only 2 people watch this, otherwise we'd have to explain all of this.
Yep.
Yeah, we had a good 3 minutes of inside jokes there.
It was really weird, too, because in the audiobook part of it, the 2 other characters that came after him were voiced by the same guy.
Yep.
Oh, interesting.
Nah, it's just lazy casting.
Oh man. All right.
And one guy was only there for a total of 2 whole pages.
And there was that one battle that lasted like 12 chapters. What was up with that?
Oh yeah. I did hear about that one.
All of this superfluous, very pedantic positioning of all these skeletons by that necromancer is very irritating to get through. Yes.
It's just the campaign just devolves into music and mayhem, standing in a library looking at a book called The Sixth Age. It's like, I just don't get this part. Like,
Why is
why-
every chapter titled "We're on a boat"?
all right. Yeah, back to slight normality. Like I said, you guys maybe spend, you know, a half an hour at most, you know, hopping around to 2 different locations, talking to them, getting Wu the information that he wants. And then you start to make your way up towards the mine entrance. Like I said, you were told that it's just, you know, out east and up to the north. You have to go up a little bit through some of the rough. But on your way up there, you're getting to a point.
Go north and keep going.
You do. But you get to a point where you know, the trees are a little bit more, starting to get slightly more dense, which is what Town Master Mastu told you would be the case as you were getting closer. But you see ahead of you stands 6 figures. Bundled up in clothing, and they almost seem to be in a position of anticipation of you guys.
Oh.
Anticipation of...
You.
No, I am Wu.
Oh my god.
No, my name is Wu.
No, my name is Wu.
You is in the other campaign.
It's true, he is.
Who, me?
So, what do you guys do?
Has anybody else got black background?
I
in
was
there?
just about to ask.
Oh,
That.
do
I
you?
have black-
My
I
bad,
see our
my bad.
icon,
There you go.
but- oh, there
Oh,
we
there
go.
we
we
go.
go.
Like I saw them on the stream, but
I don't know.
not
I
see
don't know
them.
why it makes me do that. It makes me refresh the it makes me refresh the daylight, because, like, you know, this would be you know, darkness. Only those of you that, you know, have certain, and then this is dim light, and then this is daylight. So
Right.
Well, I can see up to 120 feet in complete darkness.
that's true. You can now.
So
But
what,
yeah.
me and Smith can't see in the dark?
You and Smith can't see. You guys can see them. It's just beyond this, beyond pretty much like this line. Everything ahead of you is more or less just gray. It's
Okay.
kind of it's kind of in shadow. The sun is out. The sun is up, but it's still just dim light around here.
Right.
It's not darkness, so you can see out that far.
Oh, what do you lads make of them? Could they be bandits or something?
Groff.
I'll be back here if you need me.
He's going to taste some yellow snow.
Back up with the group.
They
Can I
definitely
perception to
don't
see
look friendly.
what they look like?
From a distance, they appear to be wearing, they appear to be wearing, like warmer clothing, but you can see that they have armor underneath it. Like leather armor on bits and pieces, leather armor on top, but they are wearing warmer clothing.
Why'd you post the ice level?
Why'd I do the what? Oh, because I made a comment about, his, like, whenever you pull it out, like, this is what this is the head of what you're showing people.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's all.
I am going to yell, "Halt! Who goes there?"
And after a moment, you hear one of the voices yell out. They say, "That's what we were going to ask you. What brings you up this far?"
We're going to the Gemstone Mine to clear out of the kobolds.
Ah, is that what you're doing?
Aye.
No, that's just what we told you.
Well, I mean, you might as well turn around now. This whole place is crawling with kobolds.
We
I
can
mean, we
take
can handle kobolds. We've killed Ice Devil.
Okay.
We'll show him the head.
I was gonna say, would you like to see the head? I got it on my waist.
Sure. Let's take a look.
I'll whip it out.
God.
The
Ice Devil head.
Yeah.
No, the Ice Devil head. Don't whip that out.
You see they look at you. And they raise an eyebrow, and he says, "All right. Sure. Guess that's a little impressive. But swarms of kobolds. Like I said,
was only two of us.
well, I mean, hordes of kobolds. I wouldn't even worry about it. I mean, it's probably better off letting this place die out."
We got to do this for the town. I think we're gonna take our chances.
Could I do an insight check? Like, is this guy...
Cobalt telling you leave the kobolds alone.
No, but like... I don't know, trying to figure out his intention.
He's up to no good. Let's shoot him.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
19.
Yeah, I mean, definitely something's off about him. The fact that you guys have talked to, you talked to the town master who explained the issue with the mine being closed and affecting the town, and then also talking to the owner of Ordicor, Horny Quiet Span, that it's definitely hurting the town. These guys trying to impede you does seem rather suspicious. They're trying to play off your your claims and trying to build up the claims of the mine.
Okay. Well, if you say there's hordes of kobolds, what say we team up? Sure, we can reward this split the reward amongst all of us.
They all sort of scoff, and they look at you and they say, "We're not dumb enough to go down there. All right, People have already tried.
Well, we
They've
are
died.
brave enough to step aside.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, we're dumb enough to go down there.
Do you? Do you just go and like march past them?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, with the group, not by myself, but yeah.
Okay.
Essentially.
So you guys get up
We
to
let
about.
the Goliath go first.
Yep. You guys get to about here. Oh shit! I guess I should probably put Neogiri and
Neoguri and Marcus.
Yeah. There we go. But you guys get to about here, and Gerard and Kyra. I need the two of you to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh shit. I ain't so good at those. Ew.
Here we go. If it works. There it goes. Wow! All right,
Oof.
guys, first roll of the night.
All right, your art's dead again.
All right. Gotta do something here.
That's a 10 for me and 2 for your rod.
I have the option to
Oh,
ban
shit.
Lucas from his own chat.
Do you? Oh, I guess you would. Yeah. All right. So
That's
there's
funny.
that, and there's that.
Okay.
All right. So, Kyra and Gerard, the two of you, as you're, Kyra, you're like, stand out of our way, and Gerard's like, yeah, and Marcus and Neogiri coming up from behind, and as soon as you guys, move past this large dead tree, those of you that are up front, Smith and Wu, you see one of these guys that is standing before you. He whistles a shrill whistle. And almost immediately, Kyra and Gerard, the two of you feel something prick at the back of your neck. And when you go to investigate it, that is whenever you feel that there is something protruding out of your neck. Kyra, you take 6 points of piercing damage, and Gerard, you take 5. But Gerard, you feel yourself, as soon as this happens, like a few seconds go by, and you start to feel yourself getting very sleepy. And it's at that point that you fall unconscious. And I need everyone to
Before
roll.
that,
Yes.
do I see the guy that blew the whistle?
He didn't blow a whistle, but he whistled with his mouth.
But I witnessed that, and I feel the prick in the back of my neck before I go unconscious.
The one,
right?
yes, the one that whistled is right here.
Can I point at him and just say, "You fucked up," and cast Hellish Rebuke before I fall unconscious?
You cast
It's a reaction.
it is a reaction.
Because all I do is you point your finger and the creature. Well, it's creature that damaged me, but
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah. So never mind. I wouldn't be able to do that.
I mean, he
then.
damaged you. Yes, you would.
Would I? Because he would be the one that technically damaged me.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah, he wasn't the one that technically damaged me.
Right. I'm gonna explain how this works.
Oh, boy.
You point your finger, and as soon as you do, you say this, and you cast this spell. But he doesn't, erupt in hellish flame. You actually see up in the tree above you a halfling standing up there that is dressed up almost looking like it's in camouflage, like wooden camouflage. And as it's up there, you see these flames beginning to wreath it as it illuminates the area around it. Go ahead and roll that 4d10. All right.
They'll never spot us in our ghillie suits.
And
A little above middle.
he quickly goes and adjusts himself, taking his stance. But I need everyone to roll initiative. Which I
So
see Wu
he
already did.
erupted into
Oh.
flames.
Yes, he did.
I just imagine this child that just got shot in the back of the neck just said, "You fucked up," as one of his companions burst into flames.
Yeah.
So my internet's been spotty. What's going on again?
So basically what happened was you guys are making your way up to the mine. These guys are standing out in the middle of kind of nowhere and are like, "Hey, this place is too dangerous. You need to turn around." Kyra's basically like, "No, you're a bunch of punks. We're going." It's at this point that as you guys passed this tree right here, that Kyra and Gerard both felt pricks in the back of their neck, and as soon as this happened, you see Gerard, as he's falling over unconscious, he says to the one guy, "You fucked up," but you see up in the tree above you where this dude is, you see a halfling erupt in hellish flame for a moment, and yeah, that's kind of where we're at as you see these four that are standing right here all pull out maces and begin charging at you as these ones pull out heavy crossbows and are standing ready in defiance of you.
What are these things again?
They're just
Are they all
dudes.
halflings?
They're just dudes. No, these guys are all at least like humanoid size.
Right.
This guy that's up in the tree is a halfling.
Who wants to wake
Be
up
a
a
quarterling.
because I'm
Not a
considered
quarterling.
incapacitated.
No, there is a difference. You are unconscious.
Gotcha.
So, which you are incapacitated, but it means that you are incapacitated, you can't move or speak, you're unaware of your surroundings, you drop whatever you're holding, you automatically fail strength and dex saves, attack rolls against you have advantage, and any attack that hits you is a crit if it's melee.
So what do I have to roll to get not unconscious?
Someone else gotta wake your ass up.
Like a cat or monkey, rather.
Well, Neo Guri I don't think can, but the cat could because the cat does have impulsive personality.
What the heck does that do?
That
actually-
literally just means the cat can act on its own in a sense because it's impulsive. It's a cat. It does its own thing.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, no. I was gonna say impulsive does give it a mechanical benefit. Marcus has advantage on dex saves because it's impulsive.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, did you know I'm invisible in darkness to anything that relies on dark vision to see me?
because of your Gloomstalker stuff,
Because of umbral sight, yeah.
while in darkness, you are invisible to
sorry.
any creature
Yeah, that's right.
that relies on dark vision to see you in that darkness.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Well, shit.
That's badass.
You're just now invisible.
Okay, so it is a good reason for you to be like 30 feet back then.
Yeah.
Hold
You
on, we have light going on, don't we?
Sorry, what's that, Smith?
Don't we have light going on?
Yes.
Yeah,
Plus, it's
the
also dim light out, so there would really be no way to like, get total darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
right
pretty cool.
now, but just I
Unless
just found
I
that out.
use-
I'm like, that's pretty cool.
That's true, but you're unconscious right now.
No, I am. Justin's
Yeah.
not.
Oh
That-
yeah, Justin.
He was talking to you. Yeah, I'm good.
I was
I'm
talking
up.
to Jared.
Yeah.
Okay.
Top of the order.
Well,
I don't even see our order.
I know. It is Groff.
Damn right it is. All right.
I can see our order.
Yeah, I just put it up.
Oh, I gotta zoom in so I can see this.
Anyone want to wake Arard up? Because he
Trying to come up with a plan.
All right, I'm gonna move there,
Moving 40 feet.
and then, yep,
Do you have 40 feet?
I have 30, and then on my first turn with Dread Ambush, I get an extra 10.
Ah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna and then I'm gonna shoot that motherfucker in the tree.
Okay.
So my first attack be a 12 to hit.
Okay. 1 second. You said a 12?
Yeah.
So you take your first shot at this gnome that's up in the tree. As you do, halfling, sorry.
Racist.
My bad. You take your shot at this halfling that's up in the tree. As you let the arrow fly, he turns around, looks at you, grabs the arrow right before it hits his nose, and then just looks at you and smiles.
I shoot him again.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Fucking hit him this
Oh
time.
no, it's a monk.
Oh shit! You
God
rolled
damn.
a 12. Oh well, I'm gonna that one wouldn't have hit, but I kind of wanted to play that up. The 9 does not hit. Obviously, it's a crit. It's a crit fail.
Crit fail, yeah.
Um,
I hit him, shoot him again.
Okay.
There, 19.
There, that does
one
hit.
hits.
That
There we
does
go.
hit.
Wait,
So
you get 3 attacks.
On my first turn, yes.
on
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
only on his first
cool.
turn. Yeah, I'm gonna say because I didn't even pay attention to the AC when you got the first one, I'll say this one does hit.
It's 11 total.
11 total.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you see that he gives you the shit-eating grin as the next arrow flies up and, just kind of sails off to the side, hitting the branches. And he looks down on it, and then all of a sudden is just pelted in the shoulder. Drops the arrow to the ground.
Eat some yellow snow, you tiny fuck.
This dwarf saying to a halfling who are like 1 foot shorter.
All right. This guy is going to run up and is going to attack. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. My apologies. This one is the one that I said had the heavy crossbow. So he is going to, you know what? Actually, he is going to take aim at Groff.
You did what now?
That would miss.
That's dumb, right?
So you hear this, you hear this like that shoots towards you, but hits the snow far off behind you. It's at this point. It's at this point you see Groff. I will say that you can see a bit of rustling coming from this tree up here as another dart flies out of the tree. And
Matrix dodge.
no, it is. You actually see that that it is going down and hitting Smith.
No, not Smith. Wait,
S-
did I ever introduce myself to him?
Smith, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god.
Okay. Smith, you Gruff, you watch as another halfling appears out of the tree that is fuller, as its face is kind of covered in snowy snowy leaves and bits and pieces of pine, as it throws a dart down towards your Goliath companion. Smith, you fall to the ground unconscious.
Oh.
What?
Fucking tiny folk.
I was gonna say, can I use my shout rune?
It's a reaction, right?
It is.
Creature you can see when a creature. Yes, because a creature you can see within 30 feet of you was hit by an attack roll.
Well, let's use that on say H2, the one who blew the whistle.
Okay. So it would still have hit, which means this guy over here needs to make a con save. He fails. And he is also going to take the damage. So Smith, you're saved from falling unconscious.
That was a good call.
And you see this one that is out here, his face, his eyes sort of roll back in his head, and he hits the ground.
Gerard did tell him he fucked up.
Yeah. So this one, seeing Wu do this, making this comment, or somehow activating this rune, he is going to rush up to Wu and makes 2 attacks. That's a crit. And that, I believe, is a hit. That is a hit. So for the second attack, you are going to take 8 points of damage. Or sorry, for the first attack, you're going to take 8, and then you're going to take 6, and then 5. So it's going to be a total of 19 points of damage. And this is bludgeoning.
Wait, did someone move up on Wu?
Yes.
Where is that?
He's on the other side of Wu.
10 feet away
Do I
from
need to
you.
refresh? Do I need to refresh my page?
You might have to reload.
Also, aren't you unconscious?
No,
There we
no, because Wu used his cloud
that's right.
rune, yeah,
I
which
remember
allows
now.
him to retarget. Do you see him, Smith?
I do now. Yeah, refreshing work.
Okay. Yeah, I thought about putting him there, and then I had already had him there, and I was like, oh, cool. Didn't really plan for that. All right, Gerard, make me another con save.
Yeah, Harry Potter looking motherfucker.
15.
All right. As your face hits the ground, Marcus and Niyagiri are basically like Niyagiri's shouting in your ear in Sylvan, telling you, come on, idiot, wake up, like slapping your face. You see Marcus. Marcus is standing there, doing the same thing with his tail.
In my mind, I'm picturing Urod or Nirgiri hoisting Urod up by the collar or something.
Yeah.
This tiny tanuki, 2 feet off the ground, and just slapping him across the face.
No, here's Marcus.
Have you
Marcus
played the
wraps.
Deadpool game? There's a whole segment to where you just sit there and slap Wolverine across the face. Just imagine that.
Marcus kind of wraps you up in his tail, and he lifts you up, and Niyagiri's just standing there smacking you in the face. As you start to come to, unfortunately, that would be your turn because it was your action. It was your turn. It was at the end of your turn. You could make that save.
Am I still able to have Marcus do something, or would that be Marcus's action as well? If you make it Marcus's action, I understand. That's fine.
Well, the thing is,
because with allies, it's a verbal command that doesn't take an action. But
yeah, I will say that you can use Marcus.
all right, I'm going to have Marcus do. Trying to think. I'll probably just have him do tail wrap around H6 that was next to Wu.
Okay.
I just got to read this real fast. +4 to hit.
Mm-hmm. Yep, +4 to hit, 1 target, 15 feet.
He got a nat 20.
Fuck yeah, dude. All right. Nat 20. So yeah, no, I'm not even gonna make him. I'm gonna give him disadvantage on this saving throw to. Or no, actually no, it just happens. That's right. On the creature's turn, it can try and break free. Okay.
Yeah. So
All right.
yeah, that's a nat 20. He is now restrained.
All right.
Who's restrained?
H6.
H6.
This one.
Awesome.
Does
All
the
right.
H stand for horny?
No, it actually does stand for something, but it's because Z was already taken.
It stands for hobgoblin.
Definitely does not stand for hobgoblin.
Hobbits.
All
The
right.
hobbits go in the Isengard.
This guy is going to run up to Wu, and he is going to attack him. He is not going to get his benefit because he's not going to get the flanking bonus because the other target is restrained. That's a hit, and that's a hit. So, Wu, you are going to take 8 more points of bludgeoning damage. And then from the tree, you hear this, like...
Trees are speaking halfling.
You hear, does anyone speak halfling?
I definitely do not.
No one does. Yeah, you all hear something. You all hear something coming from the trees above you, as you just see this halfling running down the tree, almost on like a vertical surface at some point, and then diving at your Rard. Yep. That's a hit, and that's a miss. Gerard, you are going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. And I need you to make a dexterity save.
About the same as a con save. Yep.
Just like the kind of the wildness of this, he knocks you off balance and you are just knocked prone.
Neoguri, break out your military hat. Speaking halfling.
Wu, it is now your turn as you have been battered and beaten by these guys who have shown up.
H6 is restrained.
H6 is restrained, yes.
Let's go big.
Okay.
So I am going large.
Oh, okay. I get what you mean.
Power Ranger theme plays as he transforms into Megazord.
This is really weird. I hear the Power Ranger theme and Fortunate Son in the distance.
I'm going to say to accommodate this, you push Smith back just a little bit as in order to make room for your expanding size. But you are now large.
Sorry, buddy.
Just imagine you like Colossus from the X-Men game. Just like you do this, and like Smith is like, oh, your ass.
All right, so attacking H6. What
Yes.
benefits would I get?
Restrained creatures, you get advantage against him.
Okay.
Basically, they just can't benefit from their speed, but attacks against them have advantage, and their attacks have disadvantage. So,
Attack by Titan.
I'm gonna attack H6.
okay,
Oh, you piece of shit.
nice. Wow, that definitely
20.
hits.
Good old flash of 20.
Yeah.
So that is 12. And then I also want to use my rune.
Okay.
Is that an action for me to use that, or a bonus action?
What rune?
My smite?
Oh, okay. No, it is no action. It's just you can activate it. You can activate it to cast the spell. So you essentially would be casting it prior. Or wait, no, I'm sorry. That's right. Yours is the one that allows you to cast the spells. So yes, you would have had to have used that as your bonus action.
Okay, so I will not do that then.
Right, yeah, you used your Giant's Might. Sorry, I kind of forgot what rune you had. My bad.
Yeah, you're good.
Um,
Second attack.
Yep. Unfortunately, that misses.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, nobody did roll a crit on initiative, but I was gonna run it by you guys. I brought it up to one of my other groups. I'm thinking about doing a homebrew thing where if you roll a nat 20 on initiative, you get advantage on your first attack on your turn. So just kind of a little bonus. I feel like rolling nat 20s on initiative just kind of get like passed over, blasé. You might not even be the first one to go in combat. So I kind of wanted to give a way to benefit that.
That sounds fair.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
More crits, more fun.
Mm-hmm. So is that everything on Woo's turn?
That is everything on Woo's turn.
Cool.
All right. Now, question.
Yes.
When would I get my reaction back? Is that after my turn or back at the top of the turn order?
I believe it is after your turn. I'm like 99%.
I think it's like the start of your next turn.
That sounds right.
So he should have his reaction back now.
Let me just.
Well, I mean, wait. When did you use a reaction?
When you take a reaction, you can't take another until the start of your next turn. So it has now been your turn. You can take reactions again.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just had to double check that because I wasn't sure if it was at the beginning or the end. But you see this guy off to the left. He is loading up his crossbow and is attempting to shoot at Woo, seeing that he has grown in size. And that is going to miss. Surprisingly, can't hit the fucking broadside of a barn. But I am going to
tell me about it.
I'm going to argue that it's because he has a tree in his way.
Uh-huh.
All right, Kyra.
Okay, so which guys have crossbows again?
This one and this one.
H3
and 4. Currently getting punched.
Yes, 3 and 4.
Okay.
And Aurard is currently getting punched to death.
That's right. You just watched. You heard this like as a halfling flies down this tree and basically just like flying scissor kicks Gerard to the ground.
We fighting Alpha from Power Rangers?
Yes.
Would you say that H3 is within 30 feet of me? Or would I need to move?
Let me use this
within 30 feet.
Let me use this wonderful measuring tool. Yes, it is. Oh, you guys can't see that. Motherfucker. Here. There you go.
So that's 30 feet?
That is 30 feet.
Within 30 feet?
Yeah, it's 30 feet. You're good.
Okay. I would like to try to cast Hideous Laughter on H3.
Oh. Okay.
Wisdom save 15 DC.
He fails.
Okay, great. Hold on a second. Hold on. There's no need. We don't need to be fighting. Let's settle things with a little bit of a joke. Did you hear about this overly sensitive rogue thief?
You see the one standing there. He goes, "Look it! No, I haven't."
He took everything personally.
That's funny. We're thieves too. I can relate to that joke.
So with that, let's see. With that, perceives everything is hilariously funny and falls into fits of laughter. Target must succeed on wisdom. Fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration.
Oh no!
Your dogs did not like that joke.
No, he didn't. Oh my god, they're prone and incapacitated?
Yes.
Holy shit.
The target has wait. At the end of each of its turns it makes another sorry.
End
of its turns, and when it takes damage, it makes another wisdom save and has advantage if it's triggered by damage.
Oh my god. Okay. Alright, is that your whole turn?
Hold on. I can't find that joke. I need to because I mark them off if I use it.
Oh
I don't.
no!
I don't want to. I don't want to repeat ones. At least not unless I have to.
It's like
Are you just on like baddndjokes.com?
Yes, but also I've come up with a couple on my own.
I love it. I love it so much. Oh.
Gotta admire the effort at least.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
No, you know what, Kevin? Roll a d6 and take that in inspiration.
Yeah.
Wait,
That
he
was-
gets inspiration for that, but my yellow snow gets nothing.
Oh, I was gonna give you all inspiration at the end for playing into that one. No, I
All right.
really enjoyed that. So we'll handle that when the time comes.
Uh,
I am determining bonus action stuff.
Okay.
I will.
Did you put Bob Ross emotes?
yeah. Somebody in this chat needs to engage with me.
God.
Decided to actually moderate it, so come on, somebody talk to me.
Altman, are you doing Bardic Inspiration or anything else?
Yeah, I'm just determining on who. I think I'll give your rod. Wait. Oh, can you do the ruler thing again and see if Groff is within 60 feet of me?
I can tell you he is not.
Okay.
I am within 60 feet of you.
Oh, 60 feet. I'm sorry. My bad. I thought you said 30 again.
No,
No,
60.
yeah. He is.
Thank you, Jared.
Okay.
Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
Now I'm gonna ban Jared.
I think we're going to give a bardic inspiration die to Groff.
Okay. Groff.
As I strum the riff from that Conversations with Death song from Chemist.
Nice. I've been
All right.
listening to that and other versions of that.
Dun.
Such a good song.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that'll be my. No, you know what? I'm gonna move.
Oh.
What? Oh wait, no. There's. Nah. I'm just.
There's somebody at the bottom of the tree
gonna stay put.
punching Erard.
Yeah.
Okay. This guy, seeing that Wu has just grown in size, he is going to join in with his comrade, trying to wear him down. One of those hits, and Wu, you're going to take 3 points of damage. All right.
Woo, woo, woo.
Bloodied.
Smith, for this entire time you have been watching, you have seen all of this go on around you, and it is finally your turn. Your sword, you are hearing these whispers in your ears of blood, blood, blood,
Blood. Blood.
Blood for the blood.
All right. So is H6 bloodied yet? H6 is restrained, right?
H6 is restrained. The only one that is bloodied is the one who flew out of the tree.
And is beating up Erard.
And is someone prone?
This guy is.
Okay.
I will also say, this guy is unconscious.
Okay.
Yeah, he is.
I'm gonna go up like to the
You're
south of
welcome.
H6
Okay.
and attack. Rage and attack. So I get advantage, right? And plus one.
You do. You get advantage and +1.
Hey, Smith,
So
I'd probably move right here
why there?
because then flanking.
I mean, you would get flanking. He would get flanking from you anyway. Because remember, I don't do flanking advantage. I do flanking plus flanking bonus, like a +1, +2.
Gotcha. I thought it was flanking depending on where we were standing.
No, it's his like essentially the idea is that as long as 2 people are engaged with that same person and within 5 feet of one another, it's just the bonus only ever goes up to +3.
Gotcha. Okay.
Jared, you still prone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I just want.
That hits Smith. Go ahead and roll your damage.
So it's 11 damage. 13 damage, I guess, with the rage, right?
I forget.
So that wasn't at a +2.
No, I guess my question would be, what was the second roll for?
That's my feat. That's what's it called? Let me see here. Untitled Chapter.
Gotcha. Okay, sorry. Just didn't understand what that was about. Yeah. So 11 points of damage, and yes, you also
13.
get, you get 13 because of your rage.
Divine Fury.
Yep.
Well,
Divine Fury. So that's going to be 16 with 3 of that being necrotic.
Yes, Justin?
Extra attack.
Okay. What am I missing?
I don't
Nothing,
know.
I just got real happy because I found something out, but you'll see it on my turn.
Smith,
12.
12. So Smith, as you're slicing down in, you feel like this. You feel like you're about to miss this swing that you had so much power in the last one. You don't. For a moment, you think you might not get this, but you just hear the voice in your head scream, "No, the blood!" And it digs into this guy. Go and roll your damage.
Thanks.
Yeah, you almost missed that.
14.
All right, and you is it only? Yeah.
I think it's once.
Yeah. Yep.
The thing is,
All
its AC is 11.
But with that, you cut this guy in half. As the blade slice.
Smith throws booze kill again.
Yeah.
No, it's plan.
As this happens, you feel this jubilance coming from the blade. As you are satiating this thing's hunger.
And I'm assuming, since it's an ally, Marcus just retracts his tail as the blade's going through, so it doesn't get cut off.
Yes. Basically, what this looks like is as Smith came up to attack, Marcus was like pulling his tail away, kind of like unraveling around to his feet.
And then, actually, can you move me up to H6's spot?
Yes, you. So you were right there. So that's 5, 10. Okay, yeah. Because standing on a dead creature's body is difficult terrain. All right. It is going to be Groff's turn.
Okay, Groff.
I saw a wicked grin and I'm scared.
Dive Bardic Inspiration. You can use it for your attack roll, or if you cast a spell that deals damage or restores hit points, you can use it for that too.
Do I have to decide to use it before I roll or after I see the result? Is that okay?
This can be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome.
Okay. All right. So before I know if it hits or not.
Right.
All right. So I'm going to try and finish off Z1 here to start.
Okay.
So that's going to be a 25 for the first hit.
Oh,
it does 5 damage.
All right. Give me 1 second. He grabs the arrow and breaks it in his hand.
Son of a bitch.
Huh. All right. So that's 22 to hit with 11 damage for the second attack.
Yep, that one hits. You can see this guy, he was not ready for that second attack as he's still trying to deal with Urard. Took another shot, bleeding pretty bad.
It might be a reaction thing. That's me.
It is.
Probably.
It's Deflect Missile is a monk thing.
Then I'm going to cast, as a bonus action, Healing Spirit. And I'm going to do it over on the 4 squares where Wu is, it's going to be the bottom left square. And a transparent spectral walrus is going to appear in that square.
There's the big love.
There's big love. And when it heals, it's going to hump his leg.
Oh. Remember how we started this campaign? We wanted to be like a little bit serious.
I threw that out the window.
Yeah.
What size is this thing?
It's a 5-foot cube.
Oh,
is
it's a
the
5-foot
space it
cube.
takes up. Yeah, so it's just going to take up that bottom left square of where Wu's at. Yeah.
This one? That's not.
Yeah.
It's-
The what I did.
it's
What,
just-
yeah, that one. Yeah.
and
So
it's
there'll
just
be
humping his leg.
so there's a transparent spectral walrus that, when it heals him, humps his leg to give the big love. But it doesn't do that until his turn. So
Right there.
up and to the left.
I mean, you can also move him as well.
Oh, I just did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there. Yeah.
All right.
Oh god.
Same
Okay.
sprite. It's got the same dumb eyes.
I was not expecting this, but I guess I need to make a spirit version of this walrus, and add him as an asset, because I
That's
just
right.
loaded up the walrus again. Okay.
Cuckoo Kachu, that's my turn.
Okay. Yep. So it is going to be this guy's turn. He is still going to try and actually, you know what? He is going to make a dash over here, and try to shoot at Groff, missing again. The one that is up in the tree. You know what? Actually, he is going to take the hide action.
Oh shit.
And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, oh, it's been a while since I actually had to do this. I believe it's against.
When you take the hide action, you make a dexterity stealth check and attempt to hide, following the rules for hiding. If you
Passive.
succeed,
Yep. Passive. That's what I had to check. So the only one that can actually see in where the trees are, where this guy has gone, would be Groff.
Holy
Which
shit.
one was this? Oh, Z2?
Yes.
Okay.
So even though we're all closer, Groff is the only one who could see him.
Well, yeah, Groff was the one that could see him where he was. But Groff, you're able to sort of like track out his movement as he jumps through this tree, going back into the foliage. And you're just barely able to make out where he is.
Are you using the FLIR goggles?
Groff never told me that he was, so I'm under the assumption he is not.
I was also under the assumption I was not.
Okay.
Gerard, it is your turn. You can use half your movement to stand up if you wish.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Then, as a bonus action, I'm going to forge elemental weapon. It's going to be fire,
Okay.
and I'm going to take a slash at Z1.
Alrighty then.
That is a 17 to hit.
That just hits.
If the meats that yeets.
That is 11 fire damage.
Slashing across this halfling's chest, you bring your sword down. As you do, you see this burn mark appear on his chest, kind of ripping and tearing at the scorches in his as he falls to the ground, and you notice
I just realized
What's
that's the same guy I used Hellish Rebuke on, so I just burned him into a furnace.
the first one just kind of like, really tore, really like started to scorch that. But this just, went another step in. But as you do this, you notice something very familiar as his clothes sort of burn away, revealing his flesh, and that is that he has a tattoo on him that looks like that.
Oh, he's a racist.
Oh,
Where did you see that before?
Gerard's the only one that technically has.
Oh, okay.
as Rard sees that, as it's burning through and the tattoo's coming through, his eyes just get wide. And assuming Kyron's the only one close enough to hear him like say this under his breath, it's the town master.
Oh yeah.
Because that's the same tattoo he had.
That was his like flying snake creature thing.
Yep. And then I'm going to have Marcus continue helping out Wu and Smith on their rampage and use Tail Wrap around H5.
Okay, that's what, a dexterity save again?
It's a D20 plus whatever.
Oh, that's
his
right.
bonus
That's right.
is.
No, he just hits. That's right. He does that thing. Yes, that hits.
I got a. It's 14 plus 4 to hit, so it's 18.
14 hits. So that is going to be that. So he is restrained.
Yep, he is now restrained.
Who is?
This one.
H5. But he can use. But since it will be his turn, he can use his action to break out of it or cut Marcus's tail, which does no damage to Marcus.
Yeah, actually, you see this one. You see this one back here.
H2 is unconscious.
Oh shit! That's right.
Yeah, I wanted to ask. I missed that. Why is he unconscious?
So the monks up in the trees.
The street art thing, right?
Yes.
From Blue's...
Yes.
Right,
so he needs to make another. Okay, so you see this one back there. He starts to wake up, and he sees now Smith standing over the dead corpse of his ally. He sees his friend wrapped up in this tail, and he just goes, stop! It's not worth it!
Remember how I said you
Can I have you make a wisdom saving throw?
Against him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? That's right. You have another root. Oh, sorry, man. That's a 10.
That's a fail.
And?
The creature is charmed by you for 1 minute.
Okay.
While charmed this way, the creature's speed is 0 and it is incapacitated.
Okay.
Sending into a dreamy... blah, blah, blah.
A dreamy stupor. That's right.
The creature repeats the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He immediately wakes up and he's like, no, stop! Oh, sugar plums. Just face down into the snow.
remember when Rard said they fucked up?
All right, so you see the one that's wrapped up. He's struggling to break free, and is unable to do so. Oh no, actually he does. He does break free. Yep, he rolled a 12.
12.
Yep, he rolled a 12. So he breaks free, and the moment he does, he's looking up at Wu, he's looking at Smith, and he turns around and quickly puts his hand over the mace of this one, and he says, "Stop! Stop! It's not worth it! Look!" And you see him pointing. He's like, "They already ran off! Those fucking cowards!" And he drops to his knees and he's looking up at Wu and Smith, and he's like, I'm sorry, don't kill us.
Groff shouts out, "No survivors."
By the gods, have mercy! Wu looks down. Wu, it's your turn.
Wu's gonna ask, is this me talking to him? Is this going to be my action or...
No, it's free action to talk.
Okay.
He's gonna ask who sent y'all.
Everard already knows.
And he looks at the other guys, and he's contemplating his words, and then you see the one that is next to him. He just nods, and he says, "It was those two, the two that ran off. They
that ran off.
Actually, only one ran off. The other one is a bloody mess in front of me and scorched."
And he says, they said that they were gonna help us oust the town master. That they wanted to put somebody into their position, and we were gonna get paid out for it. And it's as he's saying this, you actually recognize something now that you're close. Underneath his clothing, you can see that he is wearing a heraldry on him that is the heraldry of Termaline, denoting his position as one of the guard. And he looks up at you, and he says, "Look, if you don't kill the rest of us, we can explain everything. Just please have mercy."
Let's heal them out, Wu. We clearly have the upper hand.
I was gonna say, doesn't this technically mean combat's over if they all forfeit?
Well, that is entirely up to the rest of you.
Hey, real quick, I forgot when Wu started his turn, but he gets healed for
Good call.
3.
Oh yeah, with the walrus.
Yep.
Yeah, the walrus humps Wu's leg for 3.
I thought you said it was at the end of my turn, so that's why.
It's at the start. That was my bad.
Yep.
I didn't even realize it was his turn.
I'll say,
As long as you lay all of your weapons down and we can talk, I have no problems.
And he looks back and he nods, and you see they all throw down their weapons, sort of into
laughing his ass off.
Yes. the one who is laughing has already dropped his weapon. But
the one that's already passed out.
Yeah. And you see this guy, he puts down his crossbow over here, and then has his hands up and slowly walks over. So unless anybody is going to try and go kind of cuckoo, combat will be stopped at the moment.
Oh, Everard's gonna tell Marcus to grab the corpse of the halfling with the tattoo and whatnot with its tail and bring it up to H5 as Everard's still holding the elemental blade. He's gonna say, "Let me guess, it was Townmaster, what was his name? Nerith? Marith?
Nerith. Or Nerith. Something.
Yeah, Nerith Maxildinar.
Yeah. I'm just gonna have Marcus lay the halfling down to where I'm assuming the tattoo kind of shows, even though it's kind of been scorched. And I'm just gonna say, let me guess, it was Townmaster Nerith.
And he looks at you and he says, "Look, I don't know all the details. Okay, I don't. I'm just one of the town's guard. We were told just, like 45 minutes ago, we were told that a group was going to be heading up here to try and go into the mine. We were told by our senior officers that we had to come up here and turn you guys away at any cost necessary." And he sort of looks over at the dead body that Smith is still unceremoniously standing atop. And he says, those other two were told to go with us. We don't know who they are, but look, okay. The mine right now is so close to being shut down. None of us really want that. But at the same time, we were told by our senior officers that there was somebody who was going to help put in place a new town master who, you know, I guess different values than for what the senior officers aligned with. They told us to make sure that nobody attempts to clear out this mine, because if they do, then the mine closes down, Town Master Mastu is ousted from his position, and we would get a new town master. So we were only doing what we were told. We really didn't expect somebody coming up here with the attempt to kill us. We kind of thought it was just going to be, you know, I don't know, but not this. And he looks down at the body of the one guard.
You guys attacked us first. And let me tell you, I know what this tattoo is from, and it's the same person that's been hunting me since a town over.
Since literally 3 days.
Yeah, literally 3
Yeah,
days ago,
yeah.
this person has been hunting me down. I know the tattoo, and I can tell you, if that's the town master that you guys were going to get, it's no good.
So you're saying that Town Master Mastu is going to be ousted unless you did this?
No. The senior officers were paid off by somebody who wants to oust Town Master Mastu. Whoever this person is, they want to put somebody into the town speaker position. Like I said, that aligns with their own values. Who they are, I don't know, but we were just doing what we were told. All right, we were told to refuse to go into the mine, make sure nobody else goes into it, make sure it closes, figuring the economic woes would turn the current town master's supporters against him.
I'll make a deal with you.
Yeah.
You guys help us clear out the mines. We'll go back. We will get rid of your superiors, put somebody else in charge of the guard who cannot be bribed to make sure that your town
See the
is
one
at
guy.
its best.
You see the one guy in the back. He goes, "Huh, somebody that can't be bribed? Yeah. You show me them, I'll show you a flying pig."
Everard will just make the comment going, or we have Groff imitate his fire powers that he almost did on the Townmaster Nerth.
I'll do it again too.
Or we could have one of us take over.
You don't want to do that. You don't want to run a town in the Dale.
No.
All the politics. It's bad, man.
Hey, Lucas, can I speak
Really,
to you in the other room about my new character?
Well, clearly the solution here is to just clear out the mine, and that way that would solidify the town speaker's Mastu's position.
And if we tell Mastu about everything, I'm pretty sure he can find a way to fix this. But one step at a time, we gotta clear out that mine.
H5 looks up at you and he says, "Yeah, look, you clear out the mine. We'll stand by you. We'll go to Town Master Mastu with you guys. Let him know everything that's going on. He's beloved by the townsfolk, and this was the only way that they assumed that they could get it, was the economic ruin. But look, we're in no shape to fight kobolds. As much as I would love to, love to go fight some kobolds. But
it's okay. Listen. I told you guys from the start, you fucked up.
Yeah, but look, here's what we'll do. We'll keep an eye on the entrance to the mine. You have my word. We will make sure nothing else gets in there. If any other kobolds try to get in, because the miners all said the kobolds entered from the surface. So we'll watch the front. You guys clear out the ones that are in there, And once it's all over, we'll go back and we'll help you guys handle what's going on in town. We just don't want to die. Not today. And he looks down and he, you see, like a look of regret in his eyes. He's like, not with what happened to Brody.
Is Brody by chance the one that Smith is standing on?
Yep.
I don't know that we can trust them. Who says they won't betray us once we get to the mine?
That's what I'm worried about.
We dropped our weapons. Come on.
I feel like they won't betray us because given they clearly didn't know what they were getting into.
Could I do an insight check?
Sure.
Oh.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure. Hyra, you're definitely like, there's a lot of emotion going on right now.
Yeah.
A lot of this information is pretty overwhelming. You're trying to get a read on these guys. Groff and Wu, though, the two of you are from Icewind Dale. You guys know what it's like here, and you know that, these town guards aren't oftentimes these, like cutthroat, cold-blooded mercenaries that, that you would see through the mainlands and the southern lands of Faerun, where, murder hoboing mercenaries are just a dime a dozen. They do seem repentful, from what you can tell. And I mean, I will even say Kyra can tell that they are repentful for their actions.
All right, lad. We'll do it your way.
It would give them an opportunity to regain some of. It would give them an opportunity to. I don't even know what I was going to say.
But
I thought you were going to say it's going to give them an opportunity to bury their friend.
Gain respect.
Can
I guess what I was trying to say.
Can I look at like the one that like is perceived to be the leader, the one that's been talking to us the most?
Oh,
the leader who's been passed out this entire time.
Yeah, this was technically the leader.
Okay, well, the one that we've been talking to.
Yes, the H5.
I go up to him and be like, listen, though, if any one of you lot step out of line, I will cut you. I will drain the blood out of you. I will fill it with my flask of oil, and I will light a match near the open wound. Do you understand?
Roll an intimidation check with advantage.
Pretty good. Flash of 20.
Good old flash of 20. And if you can also, I think you can also wait. You can also add bardic inspiration to that ability check if you so choose.
I might as well. Was that D6?
D8.
D8 now.
Oh, D8.
Yeah.
So that brings it to 28. All right.
Rock, look at that mushroom juice.
You, this man at his knees by the body of his dead comrade, looking up at a large Wu, a Goliath Smith, with a dead body of one of these others that were there, wrapped up in Marcus's tail. You coming up to him saying this,
and a very disappointed looking Aarakocra.
With all of this, he just looks up. He goes to say something, but then his eyes just kind of like roll back into his head as he falls backwards. As you just see the snow around his crotchal region turn a gold color.
Mushroom juice? No, Groff, no. We know better now.
Everard will just.
Goodness, Groff. I think he got the message.
I think so too, Lass. I think so too.
We'll say that it's at this point. The other two that the one that was laughing, he is finally able to stand, and this one comes to, and he sees all of you standing over their bodies. He goes to take a step, and you see these two rush in, and they put a hand. They both stop him, and they explain what happened. And he looks and he goes, "Thank God. I thought they killed him after I passed out again." And he looks over at all of you and he says, "Thank you. I didn't feel right doing what we were doing, but honestly, I wasn't expecting what to happen. Normally, most people would just run away when they saw us, especially with the two up in the trees.
Well, we are not normal people.
For sure.
We're music and mayhem, guitar riff, and that's where we'll call it for the night.
Our riff at the roar just goes, "Do you think a normal person would have a monkey?"
Hey, quick mechanics question. I think we've talked about it before. But healing spirit outside of combat,
combat goes away.
I had 2 charges left. Does he get those 2 charges or no?
I will say that because you still had 2 charges, yeah, I'll say that he'll get those ones because you guys ended it without continuing combat. So combat could have continued. So yeah, I have no issue with that in this capacity.
All right,
yeah.
Then he gets 6 more HP. Woo, you get 6 HP, buddy.
As the walrus humps him 2 more times.
Jesus Christ.
2 more times, and then with a satisfied look on his face, fades away.
I hate that. Oh my God.
I am going to offer to help either bury their friend or take him back to town once we get back that way and then bury him. So any way that I can help bury their friend, Woo's going to assist in.
I'm gonna look down and move away from the body.
As you're like stepping on his like cut down the half like on his torso, just like, sorry.
An entrail stuck to Smith's shoe.
Oh man!
I'm just gonna take it off.
Yeah, just like shaking it. Oh no!
Sorry about that, guys.
All right. Yeah, like I said, that's where we'll call it. Next session, we will pick back up with you guys heading up into the mines, up into the gem mine. Which
I'm sure he's going to be oh so thrilled when his spy goes running back to him, going, "So Aurora did more shit."
Yep. You know, the funny thing is when I was